We are back once more with another episode of Lost Legends. We're going to start in our usual manner of introduction. First up, we have Verdazin as.
Nella.
We have Cross Crescent as.
Iala.
We have Blackheart as.
Taryc.
We have Tobias.
Cassian.
Nim is not here. Sammi is on her way and should hopefully be here within an hour. But rounding it up, you have me, Yuli, as your friendly DM. Who would like to give a recap?
I think I can manage one.
Right, take it away.
Last time on Lost Legends, the party decided to take when the party awoke in the morning, they were met with a belligerent and problematic pseudo-dragon looking around for his master, the young Nim, who had stayed out that night in the seeking out the nightlife. It was after wasting some spell slots of Ebenzar to
Confirm her location.
we decided to take a trip to town and have a good breakfast to decide what we were going to do next. While over a light brunch, we decided to split up and look into trying the Emorian Church to find someone to work with our ghostly maid, while the other half went and I forgot what they did. I wasn't a part
We
of
went
that.
and explored the underground or underworld alleyway.
Oh, right. They went
and
to
get scanned by an old witch.
Correct.
They left to get scanned by an old witch and scout out where we would be making our delivery later that night. After some nice conversation with the Morian lead Morian priest, what seemed to be the only Morian priest, Nim invited him over to dinner to try and put our maid to rest, which when we relayed this information to Mr. Maltori, he was less than pleased, considering he is a man on his way to lichdom, and one that tries to clear up on death in our house might not be the best course of action. Nim, on the other hand, while she was out, she had a date and went out to learn how to work a crossbow. And while her crossbow skills were as good as her capacity to get a date, as both missed the mark, and she left her guard friend in a mortified dash. With some words from Iala to try and cheer her up, whether that worked or not remains unknown. The party gathered once more to bring the goods, utilizing Nim's special genie powers by storing all the goods inside her ring and bringing it to the drop-off point. Unfortunately, we weren't being new to the underground. We did not know where to drop the stuff off, or if we were supposed to meet someone. And so part of the party decided to wait at the Seven Bells, a less than scrupulous establishment across the street, while Noah and Iala left to take a look around the dark streets a little bit more. While they did so, a mysterious door opened, and probably against their better judgment, they entered to follow a song coming from inside. And the door quietly closed behind them. And now here we are.
Yeah, and what's come on, give me the title.
Oh, the title?
Mm-hmm.
Brother, if you would.
I don't have one.
You don't have one?
No,
For
I don't.
fuck's sake, the one week I'm prepared for it. Okay.
Gotta keep you on your toes.
I'm gonna keep you on the ground. Okay, you can go ahead and take your bonus inspiration. Everybody remember your inspirations refresh. And we will go into it. Yeah. Also, to anybody listening, please forgive me. The DM is having some throat issues, so I might be coughing quite a bit. Yes, we will resume where we left off. You don't hear the door clicking shut behind you. Very faint, very quiet. What you do hear is that sound of music as you approach upstairs. It's quite a jaunty little tune, sort of going da 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 da. It's got a little jigging step. As you head up the stairs, you find yourself on a landing. Just feels like any landing you'd get in any kind of little home. And you see an array of doors, one straight ahead of you at the head of the stairs, and then as the hallway sort of curves and heads back along the stairway, there's 3 more doors. And then notably one at the end of the landing behind you, which would conceivably lead back onto the street from the second story.
Where does this door go? I didn't see the door outside.
Maybe it is a window.
Hello? Is anyone there?
You hear no reply.
Do we still hear the music?
You do. It's louder up here. However, you find it difficult to tell exactly which door it's coming from. If you want to try and give me a check to figure it out before you peek into doors, you can, or you can just go ahead and try and open doors.
Noah is going to do a perception check.
All right, go ahead and give me a perception check. 18. You can't pinpoint which door, but you think it's actually coming from the wall with the 3 doors on it, not the end ones.
I think that music is coming from over here.
Well, I would hope so. If it came from overstairs, then it would be coming from the street, wouldn't it?
Noah gets up to one of the doors and kind of looks it over. It just looks like a normal door, right?
Yeah. Normal door. It's got a little keyhole on it. Just a little knob for a turn handle.
Noah gets on the ground and tries to see underneath it.
Okay. Go ahead and give me another perception check, please.
15.
Does no one have any form of dark vision?
They have dark vision.
Okay. In that case, you will learn something here. It looks like it is pitch black under there. Like you cannot make out the interior of the room beneath the door frame. But with the light bleeding from here, this room, you should be able to.
There's not a map that we're supposed to be on, right?
No map.
Okay. Noah's going to get up and kind of will first knock on the door.
Okay. You knock on the door and there's it doesn't sound right.
The knocking on the door?
Mm-hmm.
This is starting to get a little bit range, Iala.
Well, we came this far. Why don't we just see what is inside? And then curiosity sated, and we can just go back from where we came.
Noah nods and then just turns the doorknob and tries opening it.
The door swings open. It goes inwards, revealing a large room. It's wallpapered like a nobleman's house would be. Some very fine sort of flower patterning. It's carpeted in this luscious green carpet, and you can hear the music in this room. It still sounds faintly muffled like it does in the hallway, but you can hear it in here. Do you want to step in? Or do you want to peek in? Tell me what you want to do.
Noah's going to peek in first, see if there's anything like on the other side of the door frame.
Okay. Also, which of the three hallway doors would you have opened? The middle one, left, or right?
The middle.
Okay. You peek your head in, and the opposite wall is about 20 feet from you, and it does have another door on it. And you peek your head in, and you look to your the door would open. The door. The door opened in on your right, so that view's sort of blocked off to your side. But if you look left, you can see another door, basically set about where the other door in the hallway would be. This room's actually wider than the hallway seems to be.
There's more doors. Noah's going to go check the door the door that Noah just saw looks like it would open up into one of the side hallways where the doors are, right?
Yeah, it's in the exact same position.
So, Noah's just going to go and open up the other door that would be next to it.
From within the hallway or within the room?
From within the hallway where they started.
Okay, you open up that doorway, and again, your right view's blocked unless you actually go in a bit further because you've opened up the door and it's in that side. But yeah, you see that room again. And this door opens in the position you'd expect. Iala, while Noah's doing that, if she lets go of the door she had just opened, it does start to slowly close on its own, as if a bit of angling would drift it shut. You hold it open, you're going with Noah. What are you doing, Iala?
And she's going to stick with Noah. What's the matter? The doors, they all lead to the same room or something?
Yeah, I don't get it. Why are there so many doors here?
The other door clicks shut. And Noah, you get this for free because of your passive perception. You don't hear the music in the room. Like, you can hear it coming from the hallway, and it's there, but it's not. It falls off when you poke your head in here, unlike the other door.
So Noah's going to step out, close that door, and then open the center door again.
You poke your head in, you can hear the music.
So the music's coming from this door, apparently.
So then let's open it.
Come on. If Noah's going to tentatively step inside.
Okay, you step on inside. I take it you're holding the door, making sure it's not closing between you and the Alia. You're going in the Alia?
Yep. She's going to follow in right after.
Right, you step on in with Noah, and yeah, you can hear the music in this room, just softly. Again, sounds like it's muffled coming from the door ahead of you.
Iala is gonna, if there's nothing that interesting in this room, she's gonna check the next door.
Yep, this room seems to be absolutely bare. You go up to the next door.
Yep.
And just opening it straight up.
Yep.
All right. This door seems to lead into another hallway. This one lined with doors either side of it, 4 on each side, none at the end, so you're just stepping into a hallway. This one also seems to be of a noble finery, although it's more focused on woodwork. You see patterned roses carved into like the wooden beams going up and down the walls. The skirting also has this sort of flowery pattern in it. There's also almost fawny roses running along them. And yeah, you can hear music. At this point, I'm pretty sure you'll notice the volume isn't changing, which it should, based on like there having been walls between you and it.
Mm-hmm.
Can you both go ahead and give me active perception checks?
Okay.
Uh,
16.
16.
8.
You don't notice immediately. You're sort of looking into this hallway. But Noah, over the din of the music, you will hear a rattling coming from behind you.
And Noah's going to quickly turn around.
Don't spot it at first because the rattling seems to stop, but then it starts again, and you see the doorway. Now your rightmost doorway, but it would have been the leftmost when you came in. The handle on it is shaking.
Noah's going to go up to that door, and it looks like someone's trying to turn the doorknob.
Yep.
Hello?
The rattling stops.
Are we alone in here?
When Iala speaks, the door suddenly rattles in its frame, the entire door jarring as if something just slammed against it from the other side.
Okay, I think
And
we
then
should be moving. Let's
Curiosity stated. Let's go back. She turns to go back the way they came.
That would be
Or-
opening you up into the landing where, on the other side of that other door, that's the same spot. Do you want to do that?
Oh.
Okay, so it's coming from behind us. Okay. Yes, Iala is going to do that.
In fact, you know what we're going to do? Just so that you guys have context, we're going to move you to a blank map, and I will do very crude drawings for you. How about that?
That works.
All right.
Works fine for me.
We'll do this. Right. So we're going to say you came up. Why is this not brushing? Why is this not brushing? Oh, it's because I'm trying to use my pen tablet and it doesn't work like that. Right. No, that's not. Right. You came up a set of stairs, yeah?
Okay.
We'll just do that. Onto a landing. That goes like this. You had a doorway here, and then 3 doors. Like that.
Okay.
The door there. And you are now, you opened up the center door, this one, into a room, like that.
Okay.
And started investigating this door here,
Okay.
which has gone into a hallway with doors along either side of it. And now that you're looking back into this room, this door is rattling.
Okay.
So you're going to go back through the middle door that we came through?
Yeah, do you want to open up this door?
Yeah, Iala is going. This is not funny. If you have anything to say,
That door is still slamming. The handle is like shaking frantically as if something is just constantly trying to turn it.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Right, so you're going
No.
through that door.
Yeah.
Right, you open it up, and you can hear the music. The doorway, as all of these open up on their right frame, is slight. You open it up, and it'll be there. Do you want to peek your head out, or are you just stepping straight out?
No one's going to peek their head out to see if there's a thing on the other side of the door.
There is no thing, and on that side, the door is completely still.
Yeah, I think.
Iala moves through.
No,
Right.
it moved.
Closing the door behind you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, close the door behind you, and as you do that, you lose any sound of banging doors.
Iala comes and looks at this door, just looking around to see if anyone. They should have been over here. Yes.
Yeah, I assume so. But they really didn't like us being in there, I don't think.
Unless they wanted. It didn't sound. I can't tell if it was angry or if it just was trying to get through. So, is this the door that would lead out to like the in the air, the second
No,
floor?
that'd be this door.
Okay.
You came up the stairs
Iala
from this direction, heading northwards.
Iala is gonna check this door to see if it leads out to the second floor.
Okay. You
Three.
you open up that door, and you see a hallway identical to the one you're currently in, stairs and all.
Oh, that's
Uh-oh. Noah, could you go open the other door on the other side? I wish to just double check something.
no opens this door.
You open that door, and you see a hallway identical to the one that you're currently in.
But thankfully we don't see each other,
You
right?
do not see each other.
Okay.
No
whew,
Scooby Doo moment here.
That was. That was a little nerve-wracking. I didn't know what to expect there.
It's
Oh,
still
actually,
pretty
you see
weird.
a hallway identical to the one you're in. However, if I can figure out, fuck it, I'll just draw it again. You see the stairwell going down, and you have essentially come out of the leftmost door, the one that was rattling on your hallway.
Oh. Huh. This seems to be Noah's going to take out some parchment and kind of just doodle a map of what they've seen so far.
Mm-hmm. It looks an awful lot like this, maybe better. Actually, you know what? Noah, can you give me a intelligence cartography roll?
Yes.
Okay, you map this out very well. You're pretty sure you're keeping scale and everything.
So, are you satisfied, Noah? Ready to go?
I want to find out who was playing that music, but I don't like. I kind of am scared on what happens if that door opens. So maybe we should just come back another.
Iala heads to the door they entered in.
Right, you head on downstairs and you find yourself in that little lower landing. And you head to open the front door, and it does not budge.
Iala tries the handle. It doesn't work.
It
He
turns,
starts. Oh. She turns it.
and it just it keeps turning. It's not latching.
She starts shaking, jiggling the handle.
Mhm.
The doorknob is broken.
Well, can you just push it open?
Iala kind of presses her shoulder against it and starts trying to force it
Right,
open.
You thump. It doesn't budge. Go ahead and give me a strength check, though. Athletics, if you please.
Athletic. 9.
Okay. You keep thump, 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 thump against it, trying to jiggle the handle. Noah, a little bit of a chill runs down your spine as that sound matches the tempo exactly of what you heard upstairs.
Wait, what?
Bud.
That was that you trying to open the door?
Huh? No, I'm trying to open this door.
Noah is going. Hold on 1 second. Noah's going to come up over here
Mm-hmm.
and
Heading into that room.
yeah, and then open this door.
Okay. You open that door up and you see a downstairs landing. Empty.
Iala, we might be in trouble.
Bud, did you find anyone in that? Oh no, I guess not. You're not screaming.
No, it was that sounded like you hitting the door before.
It couldn't have been me. I would have opened the door with great strength. Of course, this door is stronger than the other one.
That that jiggling of the doorknob sounded really familiar. So I think you did. I think.
But that was
Uh-oh. If that was. We might be trapped, Iala.
And still you hear the...
Iala puts her hands on her hips. This is your fault, you know.
What do you mean? This is all your fault.
I was just trying to see what was around town, and here you are. You had to go into an open door in some sort of magical back alley, and now we are in some magical rooms from the back alley.
Well, you didn't
I don't know
stop
what to
me.
call it.
So I believe this is.
Door clicks shut as you leave it.
Noah's going to open the door again just to see if it's the same.
So it looks like it's the same.
Okay. Noah's going to close it and then take out a piece of chalk and draw an X on this door.
Okay. You X marks the spot on this door.
We'll just keep that handy.
Well, I guess we go forward if we can't go back.
Maybe whoever's playing the music will be able to direct us, or at least we can beat the key out of them.
Yalia goes into this room.
Okay. All right. You walk into the hallway. Again, you can hear the music coming from around you. If you want to try and pinpoint a direction, be perception checks.
Perception.
17.
17. And 15. You guys think it is coming from the rightmost wall. Maybe the front two doors. It's hard to tell.
Noah's going to do the same thing again, drop on the ground, see if they can see anything underneath.
again, that pitch blackness.
Yeah, I'll try this door. You try that one.
Okay, let me just writes an X on this door, and then opens this door.
Okay. So you're both opening these doors at the same time?
Yeah.
Right. You both open up the door. Noah, you see a repeat of the corridor that you're in. So basically, you're coming in through this door that you did before again. Iala, you see a repeat of the room you just came from. Looks like you are opening it up on the rightmost door. So this one. Notably, that'll instantly clue you both in if you compare that there are overlapping spaces here.
Let's see.
Notably, Iala, Noah, you can hear music coming from your room. Iala, you cannot, and you see chalk scribblings on all over the walls. You see X's marking doors and then like sort of circled and crossed out as if like no, no, no. You see writing on the wall of like trying to plot out courses, much like Noah's map book. And you just see this big scrawling that starts in chalk and then like looks like the chalk ran out and it was just scratched in. There's a bit of blood as well of no way out.
Iala slowly closes that door.
What was in that door?
I think we are in trouble.
Oh. What was in it? Anything bad?
A lot of chalk scribblings and well, she peeks the door open again for Noah to take a look.
Oh. Yeah, we might be in trouble. Well, the music's coming from this one. Um, let's keep following that. Hopefully that's not us writing from later
Of the
on in this
future.
journey.
Oh, I hope it is not time travel because I hate stories about time travel.
You do?
Yes. She opens this door and steps in.
Okay. You step in there, and yes, you come out into essentially this hallway again.
Okay.
Where is this music coming from this time?
Noah walks into the center room and listens.
Okay. Perception checks. Very nice. Noah, top left. Or right, based on how you want to view it on the map or your personal characters.
It's on the top door.
A top door?
Yeah.
But how is it the top? We just came
You
from...
hear the latch of the door behind you unclick. Then start to slowly creak open.
Iala is going to reach for her blade as just putting her hand on the hilt just in case. Noah, could you open that door?
The door opens slowly behind you as Noah, you're opening this door up.
The one above us?
Mhm.
Yes.
As Noah's opening that, Iala, you see the door opens fully. The room seems to be pitch black, shadowed, and you just hear from inside of it a heavy breathing.
Come on, Iala!
She follows Noah in this door.
Right.
And Noah immediately closes it.
Okay, you slam the door shut. Gonna ask for another perception check just as you do, see if you catch a glimpse of something.
Beep, beep, beep.
Laser eyes, 13.
20.
All right. 20 will do it. It's fitting. Iala, you're the one really looking back. As Noah slams the door shut, you swear you just see something emerging from the darkness. A elongated hand, its fingers far too long, curled over like claws, and Yeah, that's all you get.
Let's see. I am doing composer check. She is. She just pretty much puts her back against the door. I do not like this place. I do not want to be here anymore, Noah.
What was it? Did you see anything?
Yes, I don't want to see it again.
Let me
I knew I
give
should have
you.
gotten those bear traps.
What room are we in this time?
You enter a room that is rounded, has a few doors. Notably, it has a skylight above, sort of that big, where you can see a sort of purplish night sky, stars twinkling above you. In the center is a little rounded table. And it has something that I don't think you have seen before because they technically haven't been made yet. But out of character, you would know it as a record player. Actually, no, it's more of a stenograph. You know, the little tube things.
Yeah.
One of those.
What's
And
this?
you can hear the music coming from this. Quite loud in here. It's just this jaunty, marchy beat.
Oh, thank heavens we can turn this off.
Hello? Hello? Are you? Hello? Is this?
It is some sort of automatic horn?
Oh, this is kind of cool. What? What is this? It's just playing music.
That's the first thing that catches your attention because, frankly, it's an odd sight. But as you're examining it, past it on each of the walls, you can see paintings. Between every doorway is a painting.
Iala goes over to start looking at the painting.
Okay, this painting appears to be a young nobleman. He's wearing quite fine clothes, very flamboyant, you know, frilly cuffs and everything. They're all in dark colours, rich purples, dark reds, blacks, and so on. And he appears to be hanging from a noose.
Okay. That almost sounded like a nice fun.
Over on this wall, you see another painting of the same nobleman in a different outfit. Seems to have a variety of style. But in this one, he is being drawn and quartered by horses.
Is this...
Over here, drowning.
She just slowly walks along the
Over here in
circumference
a
of the room.
tub, razor blades having slit his arms. Over here, impaled through the stomach on a sword by his own hand. And over here, standing, smiling.
Maybe this is the story of some sort of immortal?
What is? Oh,
Noah looks up from the strange contraption and notices the paintings.
oh, this is.
She takes a look at the one that isn't dead in the...
Okay. Yeah, you look it over. He is just sitting in a chair by a fireplace. Looks like he is holding a book, which is tilted down like, you know, the painter wanted you to see like the inside of the book a little bit. You can see the pages. And yeah, he's just like holding a book in one hand. He's got a glass of red wine in the other. If you want to look at it intently, go ahead and give me investigation checks.
Investigate. 10.
Okay. Yeah, it just appears to be a nice painting.
And I wish I had clothes like that. But now's not the time for that. Iala looks up at the skylight and flaps her wings to go take a look at it.
Okay, you flap on up and like you sort of put your hands up against the skylight to steady yourself in position as you're flapping. Go ahead and give me an athletics check because it's a little bit of a tricky thing to do.
Right.
Yeah. So it's a little bit of a dome, not a massive one, but like you can peek your head up slightly. And yeah, you see a nice starry sky, black and purple's painting it, and it strikes you. It does look unnatural. It does not look of your standard night sky. It, in fact, does have a painterly feel to it. It's not literally paint, but it's just that unrealness.
I had a half a mind to just break through this glass, but now looking at it out there, I don't think that would bring us back home either.
Speaking of which, give me a perception check while you're up there.
A perception. Whoosh.
You're sort of
16.
looking up at the night sky, and then like you bring your field of vision down a bit. You can't see much, but there is a slight, you can see over the edge of the roofing a little bit.
Mhm.
You see like the hints of treetops surrounding you as you turn. It looks like you are in a forest. And as you sort of complete your turnaround, peering about, your eyes land on a figure standing on the roof. Standing's the wrong word. Crouched on the roof, wings flared out, a sort of jaw hanging gaunt. It is a grotesque caricature of you, elongated, stretched out, just malformed.
Iala kind of tumbles back a little bit. They are copying me out there.
What is?
Some. She gets back down onto the floor. There is something out there on the roof.
There's a roof?
Oh, yes, and we seem to be surrounded by trees.
Trees? Oh no. We just walk into the Feywild? I hope not. Uh oh, we found the source of the music. What else? Where else can we?
Do,
Um,
do we take this with us? We came this far.
I kind of yes, I would kind of really like to take this.
So how does this work? Ialia's kind of just keep glancing up at the skylight just to make sure nothing's trying to break through.
It is peering down at you through the skylight now. Does not seem to be attacking it, but you can see that figure. Noah, if you look up as well, you'll also see this grotesque Iala. And then you'll start to see one of those stars in the sky sort of glimmer a little bit brighter, a little bit brighter, and growing bigger or closer. It's hard to tell.
Get out of here! She kind of angrily shoos at the thing up above them. Shoot, get out of here!
Check.
She like bristles her wings. Oh, come on.
One of those long fingers, a elongated claw at the end of it, starts to just tap, tap, tap on the skylight.
She just kind of growls at it. I do not like this room anymore. She try.
Wait.
Is there a way to shut this thing off?
Wait, do you see that star up there?
What star?
You
She
see it as
looks
well,
up
the Iala growing bigger. It's making it start to spin a bit. It's getting brighter.
Is that falling towards us?
How am I supposed to know?
The rest of these are doors, right?
Yep.
With let's see.
Ialia,
That light
looks-
pulses, Noah, and you hear your own voice going, "Come outside. Come outside."
Ialia looks at this thing to see if there's a way to turn it off.
Go ahead and give me another investigation check.
Investigate. I don't know what this thing is, Noah.
You start jostling it about, turning it over, trying to like it isn't attached to this table. You can lift it up. There does not seem to be any off switch that you can see. You could try and like grip you can see this little cylinder turning. You could try and grip that to stop it if you wanted. It's got all these little like tiny sort of spines on it, almost ridges, just in a pattern that seems to be turning.
Noah is going to investigate it, see if they can turn it off.
Okay, go for it. You look it over, and again, there's no switch or anything that you can see. However, you do see an inscription on the cylinder. It's very, very faint, and like it's hard to see because as it's turning, like the inscription's moving. But it simply says, "Follow the beat."
Follow the beat.
Notably, it's written in Sylvan.
Oh, I think this is a Fey puzzle. It says follow the beat.
Well, we found it here. So where do we follow it now?
Noah goes up to one of the doors and puts their ear next to it.
Give me a perception check. It's hard because the music is like loud in this room, so it's hard to see if there's anything beyond it. But go ahead. You don't think there's any sound coming from that room, but as you draw your head away, that door starts to rattle.
Noah puts their ear against this door.
Okay. Perception check. Iala, you can see Noah doing this. Do you want to start helping?
Yes. She puts
Right.
a
You go
ear
ahead and give me
against
one
this
as well.
door.
Noah, you know for sure there is no sound coming from that door. It might be Iala. This might be the way.
This song is driving me nuts.
Noah, that door starts to rattle as you pull away from it.
Noah checks this door.
Perception check. Nothing from that door, Noah. And again, when you pull your ear away, something starts banging, rattling.
Oh no.
Yeah, checks this one.
You don't think so. Iala, you think that it's got to be that north one. There's nothing here, and this door starts banging, rattling. However, so did that north one.
No, I can't hear anything through this blasted sound.
You hear this horrid sound of claws scraping on glass, scribing, cutting from above you.
Well, I'm not too sure about this one, about the one over here, but
Shaking and rattling.
you heard nothing in the other ones? So I'm going to try this one. She just goes over and kind of throws the door open.
Okay, you throw the door open, and what you see on the other side is going to require some wisdom saving throws, please.
I am going to re-roll that.
I'm going to re-roll that.
Okay.
That's
Right.
much better.
Noah, you are under the frightened condition. Iala, you're able to steel yourself as you open up this door, and you are greeted with... To say it's you and Noah is a generous statement. You can see the both of you contorted amongst the hallway here. Limbs going into doors, your body stretched out in grotesque manners, and you can see clawed limbs reaching for you, trying to reach into this doorway.
Iala slams the door shut, if you can.
Go ahead and give me an athletics check. All right, you are pushing the door shut, but you are unable to close it completely. There are jointed fingers stretching into the hall, into the room, clawing around the door as if trying to push it open. You're able to hold it right now, but it is not shut.
It's not this door!
Are all the doors shaking now?
Yep, except the south one.
I think we may need to go the way we came.
All right, so check that door.
Noah opens the south door.
Noah, you open up the south door, and there is forest, and there is movement in the forest, and that frightening condition you are under actually comes in handy now, because the absolute dread you feel upon seeing this forest is quite real. You don't want to go out there.
Noah shuts the door. This one's no good either.
As you shut the door, you hear the sound of scraping claws against it.
What's
Follow the beat. What beat is there to follow?
And the music seems to be growing louder. And it just
Do you
loops.
hear? Do you hear anything from? I didn't hear anything from the east door. Do you? You check that one.
That door is
What?
rattling and shaking.
Okay, never mind.
All of these doors
Maybe
now
it's-
seem to be under assail.
I'm going to try and break this thing open. The beat might be inside.
He said.
I don't. It could be anything with Faye.
The cylinder
Mhm.
with the little spines on it.
Mhm.
Do the little spines point out anything? Like, do they?
For context, the spines don't seem to point out anything. Those are, in fact, what would trigger the mechanism for sound to happen
Yeah,
on this
okay.
technology. They don't seem to be... Actually, you know what? If you're looking for a pattern, both of you can give me a... do either of you have any musical tools or maybe performance trained?
I have performance.
Is it trained?
Yes.
Go ahead and give it a roll.
Noah can do the viol. and
In
knows
that case, you
performance.
can roll... do you have performance trained as well, Noah?
Yes.
Give me performance with advantage. Okay, a 12. No, you don't quite see it, and in your panic state, it's no surprise. But Iala, as you're watching Noah handle this, you're looking at that cylinder, and it strikes you, there is an arrangement to that pattern. You think the way it's going round, the music you're hearing, that cylinder is playing the song, like the pattern on it is the music. And with that, you can go ahead and give me a bonus perception check. Oh, very nice. You look around at the paintings, and they've all got patterning in them. In the one where it's being hung, the rope, the way it's twirled around, isn't quite natural, and you see, oh, yeah, that's a musical pattern there. Doesn't seem to match the cylinder, though. You see also there's writing in the picture, but I don't know if you read Sylvan. But looking at each of the pictures, they've all got musical patterning in them, and none of them match the cylinder except the one of the smiling noble.
That's next to this door, pretty much, right?
Yep.
The music. There's music in these, in those paintings.
What? What do you mean?
The bottom one, that one, the one that doesn't lead to death. Should have made it obvious.
Get, we
This
don't need
right
your
here-
sass right now. Noah's going to open this door.
Noah, 1 second. Can you go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw? Then, claws rake across your chest as you fling this door open, and you are greeted with the sight of yourself again, twisted in a mockery, not as elongated as the others, more bestial. Fingers replaced with large slicing talons, which swipe across you before you're able to slam the door shut. You are going to go ahead and take 12 points of slashing damage.
Oh, not that door.
Is there writing in that painting? Is there over here? There's writing in this one, but I can't read it.
Ow, ow.
Uh, you can look at her painting. You can look at the Smiling Nobleman's painting. What do you want to do?
Going to check the Smiling Nobleman's painting.
In the book, written in Sylvan, it looks like there's just a passage from a fable. However, as you scan over it, a line in particular catches your notice. It just says, "When you follow the beat, your path is laid before you. Follow it with your heart merrily and with your feet in a dance. Sing it loudly and with great cheer, and you will find the way."
Is that in the rhyme at all?
It rhymes in its natural Sylvan.
She pushes against the door as
Go ahead and give me
from
another
more
athletics
anger
check.
scrabbling. Athletics.
It's just holding ground still.
Oh, do we have to sing or something?
We might. Okay. Noah's going to put the device down and
Mhm.
take out their viol
Mhm.
and the da 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 taps their bow the bow on the viol and
Mhm.
then starts playing along with the
With the music.
device.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me a performance check. Advantage because of your fiol. All right, 12. As you play, let's give it a roll. The drawn and quartered figure in the painting seems to start to move, as if the head is swaying to the music.
Something's happening over here.
Oh, you might need to join in the song. Iala,
Okay, 1 second. She's going to, let's see. She's going to try and slam the door again.
Okay, go ahead and give me another check. Much better. You actually let the door swing open slightly just so that you can get more leverage behind your shove. A sort of crunching noise. You hear this mockery of you sort of screech and howl as it withdraws its fingers, and you're able to slam the door shut.
Serves you right. And she just kind of kicks at the door and, all right.
you know how to
Calming down.
dance?
Calming down. 1 second. She takes in a deep breath. She's been wrestling with the door for the past 5 minutes. Okay. She starts listen. Don't stop playing, Noah. She starts listening. Starts tapping her foot.
As you
And
tap
then
your foot, you look downwards. There are scuff marks on the carpet and a ring around the table.
Oh, I guess we are going to be dancing around this. She starts clapping her hands to the beat and takes a deep breath and then starts singing along with the tune.
Right, give me a performance check. Okay, you start singing along, clapping along, dancing a little jig, and moving around the table.
Yeah.
Noah, are you going to join her in the movement?
Yes.
Right. The two of you start to essentially dance merrily around the table in this terrifying situation. The sound of Noah's fiol joining in with the sound of your clapping and singing. And as you do, you find yourself falling into a beat, letting yourself be opposite of each other. And you feel your bodies start to twirl along, just every now and then along the music. And as you do, you see the figures in the paintings moving. the drawn and quarter person shouldn't be able to stand, but they do. Their sort of body almost flopping about as they start to dance about merrily with you. The hung man swinging about on his rope, holding it with one hand as if using it as just a pole to dance with. And as you're twirling around the room, they are moving between paintings too, sometimes moving in opposite directions, crossing over with each other, but always within your sight. It's almost a helter-skelter, a kaleidoscope of movement, dizzying, and as you spin around, the music comes to a stop. The shaking and rattling stops. The room falls silent, and the paintings are empty except for the one with the smiling nobleman, who is now joined by his other selves. He stands up, silent, polite applause. Before each one of them, him and his dead selves, bow down to you, and the portrait swings open.
Huh?
I think we're good at the moment. Let's get out of this room.
The portrait
No.
leads into a long, dark hallway stretching off, and all you can hear coming from it is a voice going.
Iala picks up the music device and goes into the painting hallway.
Noah follows.
You climb on through, and you walk down this hallway for minutes, it feels like. At a certain point, with the darkness falling behind you and opening up ahead of you, it starts to feel hard to tell if you're even making progress. But that humming does grow louder until eventually you see light at the end of the tunnel. And you come across a small room. The humming ceases. No source of it in sight. However, the room is full of different implements of death. You see a noose. You see a fast torture device. You see knives and blades. You see things you don't even recognize their purpose. Little wicks set into cylinders. And there is just a painting of the smiling nobleman in his chair, slumped back on it, his head tilted back, and his throat slit. Basically a mimicking of the painting you were just at. And
Why does he have so many paintings of himself dead? I thought he'd get over this by now.
it just says, sometimes only death will set you free.
Oh, I don't like that.
So, well, it starts. Iala starts looking around the room. Is there any more doors in here?
Not only are there no more doors, but as you look around, you turn around, and the entranceway you had come through is solid wall.
Oh no! Come on! Iala goes over and starts patting the wall where they just came in through. We
like
solved the puzzle.
Like a sad cat. Out, please.
We solved your puzzle. Why are we still in here? It doesn't expect us to, use any of these, right?
They might. No. Noah's going to look at the different implements and kind of like examine them over.
Razor blades, nooses, a strange chair with what looks to be wiring set into it, which you are completely unfamiliar with. All manner of things in here.
The way to set us free was to get killed. We could have just stayed in the other room.
I.
You
This
say that,
is.
Iala, and no, she says that. You think back to those grotesque mockeries of yourself. You think about that little delay on knocking in time, and you think about those scrawlings on the wall of no way out, that desperation, that sense of how long they might have been in there, and still are.
This. This may not actually be like true death, but it might. May not be pleasant. This is a Fey puzzle. What I can assume is a Fey um puzzle. So if
I
we-
am not part Fey, so I don't come back after. Oh wait, that's not known that Fey do that. But let's see.
Noah is going to go check the painting.
You go over to the painting, and Noah, it's. You know how some things are made to look like they're moving, even though they don't really? Like
Yeah.
that's like tricks the eye touch. It looks like the blood is still seeping from his throat, but it doesn't actually progress any further.
Ugh. This is some actually really impressive work. Noah's going to really investigate the painting.
Yeah, go ahead and give me an
this painting
investigation
this
check.
time. Seeing as I missed it on the last room.
Okay.
22.
You actually gave me an investigation check, Noah.
Investigation.
Yeah. Hey, better. All right, 23. You look over the painting and you're looking for anything, and there is like the tiniest of inscriptions. Looks like it is on a thing on his fireplace stand. And it actually looks like a like set of wedding rings almost. And like part of your mind's telling you shouldn't even be able to make out the inscription at this level of detail in this painting, but there it is. On one of the wedding bands, on the inside of it, it just says, "Remember my love, death is never the end of the journey."
There's some writing on these rings here. Remember my love, death is never the end of the journey. I'm sure that's true for some people.
Is there anything behind this one? She looks.
No,
She tries to look.
there's no other paintings in the room except that one, unfortunately. You are now in a sort of almost square room rather than an identical one to this.
I mean, she's gonna look behind the painting that we are expanding.
You wanna try and lift it from the wall?
Yeah.
Doesn't seem to budge. You can get your fingernails like slightly beneath the framing, but like it almost feels like you're meeting solid contact any further.
Let's see. Doesn't. What if? She's starting to get agitated. And she goes over to one of these sharp implements.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
There are swords, daggers. Looks like bottles of poison blades. There is like a barber's shaving blade.
She's going to take the sword,
Mhm.
a sword, and go over and step back, Noah. And she's going to stab at the painting.
Right, where are you stabbing?
in the heart area.
You let's go ahead and see. Odd thing, but Noah, I want you to give me a persuasion check when you do this.
Iala was doing it.
Iala, rather.
Okay. Let us out already. Persuasion.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. The sword should meet solid wall. You know that based on just the structure of the room. Except it does pierce, and there isn't the sound of tearing paper. There is a sound of flesh being punctured. You feel the resistance of rib cage, bone breaking, the sword sliding through heart, out through the spine, and the painting gasps. The throat figure lifting their head, looking down, this moving painting regarding the sword stuck through it, and just looks to you and goes, "Not really the solution, but sure, okay."
I don't care about these stupid solutions. Let us out already.
Iala, calm down.
She starts twisting the blade.
The hand in the picture sort of reaches and becomes real as it grasps the blade. Blood running from it. It's not cutting the figure. It's just grasping it as if to stop you twisting. And they are going to climb out of the portrait. As they do, you see that slit along their neck start slowly healing up. And they, with unreal strength, Iala, push back against you, pulling the blade from their chest. Not forcefully, just firmly.
Iala kind of stumbles back a little bit, but doesn't really let go of the hilt, even when it is fully pulled out. She just kind of keeps it pointing at him, regardless of how useless it just demonstrated it being.
He just lifts it a little bit away from him and then lets it go, letting you hold it. And this young man just goes, "Well, is this the solution you want to use?"
A solution to what? To get out of here?
Solve the puzzle.
Do I need-
Yes.
Do I need to stab you again?
No, it's
If
not
it's the wrong one?
necessary. It's not the right one, but I wouldn't call it the wrong one.
What in heaven's name is the right one? I don't... What, did you expect us to stab ourselves?
I expected you to confront your fear of death, yes.
No, I'm
Or
not going to...
be a little more clever, and he gestures at one of the razor blades, and then sort of, draws thumb across his throat. Unfortunately, Sam was actually correct. That is one of the solutions. And he goes, but stabbing the painting, it's same vague concept, just a little more rage-fueled, I think.
Oh, yes, rage-fueled. I'll do it again. She threatens, putting the blade up again.
He waves his hand at you, and Iala, you're holding a bouquet of black roses.
Ooh, those are pretty.
She just shoves them into Noah's arms.
Oh, thank you.
What kind of sick joke is this? Luring people in and telling them to go kill themselves?
Yeah, he tilts his head slightly and just goes, "Sick joke. You should appreciate the beauty I've given you here."
Scars across the chest and nightmares for the rest of our lives? Yes, I am so grateful.
Nightmares. You should know that I have given you visions of a better path, that to struggle and to despair and to wonder eternally is not a better choice. Death is not something to be feared but embraced.
Noah kind of looks between the figure and Iala. And well, thank you for that, sir painting. I
Are you
do
from my court, little Faye?
Which court are you from? I'm not. I don't think I belong to a court yet.
The courts of the Wilted Rose. I am Lord Morris.
Morris.
I knew it.
I was
Morris.
actually, I was literally about to message
As soon as the
Sam going,
painting, the
are we being
paintings,
Morris?
I was like, I screamed Morris while driving home.
Noah, because you had some Fae upbringing, you can do a history check with advantage if you like. Iala, you're also welcome to do a history check. It's just you're going to have a slightly higher DC on this.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So I'll give the lower first. Iala, he pops up in like Fairy Tale quite a bit, so it's not too hard. Lord Morris is said to be a Fey Lord, quite a powerful one, that is simply obsessed with the concept of death and dying. Being a Fey, he can't truly die, and it is his passion. Sometimes it gets to the point of yeah, it's gone too far. He has been known to put mortals through some horrendous things, but he tends to reward them at the end of an ordeal and doesn't just kill. Noah, you are a little more familiar with him. Yes, he is a active Fey Lord. It's actually very well respected by the rest of the Fey. There isn't a lot said to why, but he is held in esteem far above his station. Even it's even said that Lord Oberon and Lady Titania bow to Lord Morris, despite him being a lower Fey Lord. And yes, he loves death, like just absolutely adores it, is in love with it almost.
Oh my
Very
god,
much
is that panting for about the beloved Javi? Oh.
Iala, finally recognizing that name, kind of, she just takes a deep breath, stands up a little bit straighter. She's dealing with a Fey Lord now, and not just a normal psychopath.
Mhm.
So she's trying to calm herself down, but it still cracks her jaw in agitation.
Yeah, you're aware that you are now dealing with a being that deals in blue and orange morality rather than black and white, which makes things a little trickier.
Yeah.
And just to put Sam's mind at rest, Noah, you're also aware that he is said to be the husband of Lord Javi, another Fey Lord who has a sort of macabre sense of humour and so on, but doesn't share quite the same obsessions. They are said to end themselves together and start a new cycle anew together each time. Sometimes one will go without the other a bit just to feel that mourning that they both love. But throughout eternity, they are paired up.
Yay, my favorite gay couple.
It's
I love
It's-
Happy.
it's an honor to meet you, Lord Morris.
Oh,
I've heard
is
of you
it?
before.
Oh, well, a pleasure, I'm sure.
My name's Noah. I do not belong to your court, sir.
Oh, a shame. Would you like to?
I'm still meh, still currently belong to Lalastill, and I still need to I still feel I need to continue on my journey before I can make a true decision on what type of
He actually smiles and just says, well, that's quite a fine path you've chosen.
Forgive me, my lord, but is this a way out of here from now, or do we need to pass another test?
Well, I mean, you can if you want to. I can send you back through, even tweak your memories a bit if you want to give it another try from the start, or you can leave. It's up to you.
I would very much like to leave if that would be no trouble.
No trouble, no trouble at all. He looks a little disappointed, but he just snaps his fingers, and you just hear a click of the door behind you.
Noah looks at the the unlocked door, and you can go first, Iala. I kind of would like to ask. I kind of would like to talk to Lord Morris more.
She just glares at between the two of them.
Fine. I'll be waiting outside then.
A moment, you're not going to get the boon that was awaiting after your death, but yeah, you can't leave with nothing. And he's just going to, he sort of whips his hand out, almost like stage magician style, and a single long-stemmed black rose is in his hands.
Iala cautiously takes it.
Is Ialia's sword still a bouquet of roses?
Yeah.
She's shoved the sword into Noah's arm, so Noah has it right now.
Yeah,
So Noah has the
roses.
bouquet of horses. I'm just
Yeah.
keeping track of. Hopefully, you get a sword back. Okay.
Well, I picked up one of the swords from the
Yeah, it was from
edge
the room.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
yeah.
wasn't. It was thankfully not my sword.
Okay. I thought it was your sword. And I was like, ooh. Plays play for keeps. Sorry.
And as he hands you that, he just smiles softly at you, Iala, and just goes, "Death awaits all."
Yeah.
He takes the rose, gives a nod of her head, and starts leaving properly.
I thank you for this gift.
He just waves his hand as if it's no matter. And as you move through the door, you find yourself on the landing of that very first hallway you entered, and the door to the street is just open.
Ialia's gonna
Feet.
stand in the doorway and wait for Noah
You're
just to
gonna
make
stand
sure
there
the
keeping
door
it
doesn't
open?
close.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
Inside
you're a good friend.
inside the room still, Lord Morris comes on over to you, Noah, and takes that bouquet of roses from your arms, and you see him just sort of like gesturing and materializing a pot of water, which he places them into, and he just stands there adjusting them a bit as if just waiting for you to speak.
I know while the puzzle was complete, as you say, I think I would like to. Noah is kind of starts shaking a little. I I would like to see your perspective, Lord Morris.
He tilts his head curiously and looks over at you and just goes, "Truly now."
No, reaches, goes over to weapons on the wall and takes out a dagger. Um, this won't end my journey prematurely, will it?
Telling you would be cheating.
Noah is kind of shakes a little bit. Uh, Trust you, Lord Morris. Think I will. Kind of shaking a bit more. Let me see what you can offer me on my journey. And Noah kind of puts the dagger up to their chest and just pushes it in.
All right, Noah, can you go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw. Noah, you are able to fight against all of your instincts, and you are able to plunge the dagger into your own chest. You feel the pain of it piercing. You feel the last grasps of your breath, that desperation to live still, as everything fades to black. And you feel comfort. You feel soft arms carrying you. You feel the promise of something else, of a continuation beyond that of mortal knowing. You feel pathways open up before you, so many more than you could have in life, some leading to relaxation, just everlasting peace, other leading to rebirth and adventure, others leading to a cycle of almost chaotic joy. And then you feel yourself gasping awake. You're in Lord Morris's arms. And he is smiling down at you, almost sort of like cradling you. You see he's just tossing aside the dagger that you used, and he just goes, well?
It was very strange.
Please,
There,
tell me, because I do not get to see.
there's a lot more path to take for me. Like, it looked like a lot of ways opened up, both comforting and messy.
He smiles
I-
broadly when you say that.
I also feel like I just learned a spoiler to my own life, and I'm afraid about what that may do, how that will affect my decisions going forward. So, if you could just maybe, you said you could alter memories, maybe could you just remove that
Can
from
indeed.
my... Okay, thank you.
But there's no
I
such
kinda
thing
don't...
as a spoiler. Every step you take changes your destination, both at the end of your life and beyond it.
I don't know if I should know that or not yet.
You'll
I'm
have to
still
know
very
the
new
end
to
of the
this.
path eventually, little guide. But for now, if you want that locked away, I can grant that.
Yes, please. Yes.
Right. He actually just leans down and kisses your forehead. And Noah, that experience, that revelation, just starts to fade. And he goes, "It'll still be there if you need it, but for now, tucked away."
Thank you, Lord Morris.
And he stands and sets you on your feet, and then just sort of like starts brushing you down. Looks at you and smiles again and goes, "Well done, little fawn."
Thank you, sir. Noah's knees are still shaking.
Now, a boon. I'll grant you a boon.
Oh, like what?
Hmm. You want to avoid death, yes?
Currently, yeah.
He looks you over, and then he just takes out a little pin from like his pocket, and just gestures at your hand as if hold it out.
Noah obliges and holds out their hand.
One, and he pricks one of your fingers. 2, the next. 3, the next. 4, the next. And then he just like takes the pin, puts it into a handkerchief, and just tucks it into a pocket and goes, "Death will not take you as easily as it does others. And while you may have locked those memories away, I think you shall have less fear of it as well." Noah, the boon you are being granted is you have an extra death saving throw. And you do not suffer the first critical failure on the death saving throw.
Oh.
Nice.
Thank you, Sir Morris.
You're quite welcome. It's lovely to see people come through here. Always interesting to see how they react to everything. And do not worry, now that you have found your way out and you're leaving, those future versions of yourselves will no longer exist. Never to be.
Oh, thank you, sir.
If you ever want to come back and try again, you're more than welcome.
I think it'll be a while until I feel like that.
Well then, you better get on your way, otherwise your friend's going to worry.
Yes, thank you, sir.
And she might come back.
Right, he just gestures as if like, hurry along.
Noah
Leaves.
Wait, no, a more physical memento as well. And he just takes one of those roses from the jar, and he actually like snips most of the stem off with a pair of scissors he pulls out, and then he just like fixes it into your hair.
Thank you.
How lovely.
Aww.
Right, off you go, little fawn.
Noah bows and then follows
Right.
Iala.
As you head out the doorway of this room into the landing where Iala waits for you, you hear him call out, "Harvey, I just met the most wonderful pair," as the door closes behind you. And you are able to exit out onto the street.
Abby was my adopted grandson. I miss him.
You certainly took your time.
I am going to need to brush up on Fey lore in case this ever happens again.
Yes. So I'd rather not be asked to throw my life away a second time.
And moving away from the scene as those two confront what just happened to them,
I could really use a drink.
You start heading back towards the party, I think. But said party.
Unfortunately, you've been in Feywild. It's been years.
Yeah.
We're all gone to another part of the world. I mean,
Just one moment.
Mhm.
There was just something. Iala, while they're walking back, she has the long rose in her fingers, and it is just spinning it back and forth as she just kind of looks at it. She's still really, she still seems really angry and upset about the whole instance.
What's wrong, Iala?
No, we just went against a Fey Lord. The second one we've found in our time together. But to ask someone to die because they think it's part of their own sick fantasies, nothing to fear? Well, maybe that's true, but the, the whole reason I'm here is because it, she just kind of try. She's looking for a place to put this rose, but just decides to keep it in her hands for now. So, living forever might not be the best. Uh, is- was or what it's all cracked up to be. But when your parent leaves you because you are one of the shorter-lived races, it still leaves a bad taste in your mouth. Asking me to die for something so trivial, it bothers me, Noah.
I see. And Noah just stays quiet. Did we take that device with us? Do you still have that?
Do you still have it?
You
I
really
think
have
we
it.
still-
No, I put it down to stop this painting. Well, at least I never need to hear that awful song again. She just stomps off to.
This out of the rose the usually player.
Okay.
I should have put it in my backpack.
All right. We go to the Seven Bells. Cassian, Taryc, Nim, and oh god, I've forgotten the name of the patron. Tula.
Tula.
Tula are standing there amongst what you can clearly identify as fiends. This smiling man behind the bar, just placing his hand on the bar and just going, "So, first time here. Drinks are on the house, as are any pleasures you want to take part in."
That is very kind of you. Where are we? I look over at my friends because I literally just got yanked out of nowhere.
You're in the Seven Bells, the finest establishment in this back alley. They say this entire city.
Oh, it is a very lovely place. My name is Nim. I look over at my patron to see if I'm okay to say her name because I don't know how she feels about it.
She just nods down at you as if yes, it's right that you make the introductions.
This is my wonderful, beautiful, and gracious patron. This is Fula of Tuli, and this is my friend Taryc, and this is my other friend Cassian. Taryc is an amazing cook, and Cassian is a very proficient wizard, and he is very smart. It is a very big pleasure to meet you, sir.
Always a pleasure to make acquaintance with one of such great power and grace. And he is he just sort of hold out his hand as if may I kiss for Fula, and she acquiesces, lets him do that. And then he sort of looks to you and goes, "And one that chooses to serve such beauty as well, and must have great taste. And I always love a wizard." He looks to you, Cassian, and then just gives you a smile, Taryc, as if he's trying to gauge you. He knows other points for other people, but you're still.
I called Taryc a great cook, and that was all I gave the demon.
So, what brings you here?
Honestly, we were just looking to come in to buy time.
Oh, we do barter in that if you wish. A few more years.
Oh no!
On your
As
life.
in, wait, we were going to grab a drink while we waited for someone we needed to meet to show up.
Oh, you're just coming in to have a little casual pastime, hmm?
We genuinely thought this was either a really ritzy tavern or a not so well hidden brothel.
I mean, you're right on both
Why not
counts.
both?
He looks at you, Nim, as if I appreciate that. But please, what libations do you partake in? If you want it, we have it.
I believe I'm already partaking of wine that Fula picked out for us. So
Yeah.
I have a little tiny cup of wine, and I hold it up. I'm very well handled. Thank you so much.
And you, kind lady, kind gentleman? And he's looking to Taryc and Cassian.
We had ordered last week.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I think
what
they
did you
did.
order?
I think you ordered.
I had initially wanted a
gin and tonic,
but you told me no.
They don't
so
exist. Yeah.
It just went to gin.
Yeah. Okay. All right. You have your drinks in, and he goes, "Well, feel free to take a seat."
I was muted. That didn't work.
Well done.
I had not ordered, and I have a question to the GM.
Yes.
what is Thule known for alcohol-wise outside of wine? Is it their...
Let's see.
Vodka.
Oh,
It's actually kind of vodka-like. Yes. There's a drink called Taryc.
It's probably
Okay.
root-based.
just imagining it's made of carrots now. I don't know why.
Either
carrots.
served straight, or you could have it mixed in with some tea or something, coffee, if you're so pleased.
Actually, yeah, she probably hasn't had.
A good
You know,
coffee in
she'd go with
ages.
coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah. Taryc with coffee, if you have it.
Fine tastes, good sir, and ma'am rather. And he actually pulls out what looks like to be a actual Thule bottle. And then he pulls out from beneath the counter what looks like to be heated sand in a bowl.
Oh no.
Nim's
I-
ears
I think
go
you're going
up
that way.
like a little bunny rabbit that has just seen something exciting.
There's a soft tutting from Fula as she sort of looks down at you and then looks at the man and goes, "I think my dear
No,
sweets
no.
would-"
I'm happy with my wine. I'm just excited to see somebody who knows the craft.
Are you sure you do not wish to partake, my dear?
No, I do not want to partake. I like my wine.
Okay.
Nim is actually quite happy with her
yeah,
wine.
she-
She's just enamored that somebody's actually doing
finger,
this.
A finger just brushes down your back as if stroking Nim. And yes, you are served up some coffee with some alcohol, Taryc.
'Cause I figure we have not seen this since
Which-
we've gotten
yeah,
here.
you've not
so-
seen it since you left, and Cassian, this is the first time you're seeing this method of preparing coffee. It as a wizard, I think you like knowledge in general, and seeing coffee prepared with fucking hot sand is a sight.
It is.
Yeah. But that's put for you, and then the apparatus is put down beneath, and he goes, "Well, please feel free to stay at the bar, take a table, join in one of the games, or have your drinks." And he sort of inclines his head up towards the balconies where you see the succubi. But he also goes, "And if you do wish to do a little bartership, I deal in a lot of things: power, information. I can make many dreams come true, you see."
I glance over at Tula. Or Fula.
She looks down at you and then just openly, like she's not trying to keep this aside from him or you, and just says, "You may deal as you please, my dear, but always remember, you cannot give yourself away."
Of course, my great patron. I was just wondering, was there anything you wanted? That I, your servant, could work for you.
They look around and they then just sort of point upwards at one of the incubi, and they look to the gentleman and goes, "I'm going to take one of your toys for a while. I'm sure that we need no deal here." And Mr. Deeds looks at the myriad, seems to think for a second, and goes, "In continuing service to each other's causes, please be my guest." And they just smile, and Vula leans down, plants I'll say a little kiss, very gentle kiss atop your head. Big lips.
Nim braces.
Yep. Before they just start to head upstairs, leaving you to do your devices. You see them hook arms with one of the incubi, and they head into a room together.
Nim's tail twitches a bit watching.
The man behind the bar leans down a little
I guess
bit.
we're going to be here for a while.
Indeed.
How does time pass in here compared to the alley outside?
Minute by minute, second by second, like most places, really.
Okay. Now we
Time
are in.
passes ever onward.
Oh yes, ever marching on. Well, for some of our clientele, I suppose you could say slowly, tediously. I suppose you could
you
say
been
the
here
same
a
for
long
some of
time?
us that run it as well. Oh, as long as this place has been here.
Oh.
Is the spell work out front yours, or is it someone else's?
Oh, someone else's, someone far more powerful than I.
It's clearly the guard.
There's a quirk of the barman's eyebrow. The guard, you say? Which
I heard
one?
them say, I think it's all the same one.
Aren't you an astute little thing?
Well, I heard them talking when everybody was talking, and they were like, "Oh, I guess it's a good thing that we got it from the other guard." And they said, "I didn't do it," and I was like,
Well,
they're
you
the
should
same
consider
guard.
yourself lucky. The good Lord Morris doesn't greet everybody that comes in, but he does like to masquerade sometimes.
Lord Morris.
Lord Morris.
Mm-hmm. You may roll history checks if you so please for that name.
I'm not gonna get this, but I'll try.
I'm going to roll.
Nim only has brownie lore to go by. Oh, 19. That's not bad.
All of you have heard Lord Morris. Taryc, you just have a fairy tale thing of a macabre fae. Nim,
Okay.
You like Lord Morris is decently well known. Whether it's circles you hang with, like, got a little bit of a session reading about his stories and so on. But yes, you know about this Fey Lord that's obsessed with death. Cassian, you actually not only know of Lord Morris, you know his deal, you know some actual offence that he's partaken in. You know that, yes, this death-obsessed Fey Lord has a habit of trying to share his passions with mortals. Sometimes it does lead to enlightenment and, like, people coming away with great boons and so on. He has led to the death of quite a few people just permanently. It's never malicious, but it is not conducive to a lot of people.
Only the other part of the party do this before.
Oh, he is a very important Faelord. Oh no, we are in a different Faelord's area. How are we going to get shit to Pan?
Need to get things to Pen.
Yes, Pan told us to keep giving them tributes, and so when
You
we
just
were
go to the
at their
nearby
force.
forest. It's still his land. This is a special place, you could say. A little workings of Lord Morris to...
That is very relieving to know, because I want to make sure we do not do wrong by Great Pan. I also do not want to infringe upon this Lord Morris either, but, you know, it is very complicated. There's so many lords and ladies.
I do not believe we will be staying in this area probably long enough for us not to get things to Lord Pan. So.
And I am sorry, is there some sort of special thing that we do at these 7 bells?
yes,
I am unfamiliar with lore.
Yourselves. Now, before you worry, any deals we make, any tradings, any games we play, again, like I said, your first day here, you can tell I'm taking things for free, nothing expected of you at all. Nor do I trade in souls. You have no worries about me trying to drag you to the hells.
What type of things do you trade in?
Favors, years, anything on interest, really. Anything fun.
I'm just gonna say, out of character, sounds like fucking Raziel. Raziel didn't like to trade in souls. Goddamn motherfuckers.
Well, trading in souls gets attention.
I know, it's a thing. Also, it's distasteful. I don't really know what you could trade. You have information, maybe? I am interested in information.
I have lots of information.
That's great. All sorts of forbidden knowledge, I wager.
Right, now, ignore the trivialities of where do we go to talk to Pan and so on. It's just casual conversation. But henceforth, I will give you one question for free. Your first.
Each? And did that count?
Don't worry, I'm not that cruel. That did not count. But yes, each. Why don't you go sit down at the table, enjoy your drinks, and think carefully about what you might ask?
That sounds wonderful.
Right. You're able to go down to one of the little tables. Do you want to sit near the poker game? Do you want to sit away from them? There's a little stage that doesn't currently have a band playing on it. There is what looks like to be another empty table that just has like some boxed games on it.
It's been a week, so was the poker players all him too?
No, there were various people.
Yeah,
weren't there?
there's various people that look. So you can tell what's fiendish in here. There's that. Well, it's not the same person. There's that very similar thing of slicked back hair. You can see like hooves and such on some of them. But the people playing with the dealer look mortal to you.
The
What
hosts look like him,
Yeah.
but everybody
the
else
players?
looks like people.
Since we're walking over that, I'm gonna walk over kind of that direction. I'm gonna take a peek at what's actually at the table. Like,
Okay.
is it?
You're walking over, and yeah, you see something very much like Mr. Deeds dealing out cards. You can see the drunkard that was walking down the alleyway last session at the table. He's sort of like he's looking at his cards in one hand. He's sort of slumped over a bit, like he's got his other hand over his head, as if like worried. There is a young gnome with like this sort of blonde queef, very fine clothes, looks very pleased with themselves, and there is a half elf gentleman who just looks fairly average, just brown hair, looks like he might be a woodworker judging by his outfit. You see a bit of like loose wooden shavings and such as like every now and then like just attaches fibers.
Do their clothing appear to be from what's around this area, or do
Yeah,
they
they
seem
look like
to be
they're
just
local.
from? Okay. Okay.
The dealer looks to you and goes, "Do you wish to join the game, miss?"
No, thank you.
What are you
Good
playing for?
He looks to the and goes, "Said that we're supposed to share if they so please." Which the gnome sort of looks up and goes, "Oh, straight gold. Take gold here, quite a bit, but you know it's a good deal in." The woodworker. Go for me a persuasion check, Nim. See if he shares.
23.
He just looks sidelong at you and he just goes, "My strength." And the drunkard just waves his hand at you as if I don't want to answer.
Oh, okay. I just didn't know what kind of currency was accepted to buy into to play. I didn't mean to pry what other people were playing with. I'm sorry.
If you value something, we'd likely accept it.
Oh.
Do you win more of the same, or what other people are bidding?
We will accept like trades, or we will offer alternative wins, if you so please. You may bet things like the minutes of your life or silver coins, or you may try to extend your life through the very same.
I am not allowed to play. My patron would be very mad at me. She would be cross. I'm going to go find the table. You have fun, Taryc. And Nim is still very carefully carrying this wine glass because she has it. And she has to actually climb up and down surfaces one-handed right now with this wine glass,
Nim,
or putting it in her mouth and holding it with her teeth.
You're wandering across the floor with it, and when all of the succubi and incubi came out, was there anything in particular that would have caught Nim's eye?
No, her patron was present. She only has eyes for patron.
Okay. In that case, it'll be a random one, so we're just going to roll. High is male, low is female. All right, so an incubi who just has got a very average build, like, sort of default preference almost. Just comes up to you, and he's clothed in like very like. It's a frilly.
It's a fancy loincloth. Yeah.
No, he's dressed fully. But it's like a frilly sleeve shirt that's like got a deep V cut. You know.
Oh my god, he looks like he's from a romance novel, doesn't he?
Yeah, he looks like he's from a romance novel. And he just comes over and kneels down and goes, "May I assist you, young miss?"
I am quite capable, thank you, though. Oh, you have such a lovely set of eyes.
Oh, thank you.
Did it hurt when you fell from heaven?
Incredibly.
Oh, I am so sorry. They really are missing out, though.
Missing out on so much. At least let me take your glass for you.
Oh, thank you.
He'll carry your wine glass to a table for you.
I will follow along and take a seat over with Nim.
All right.
I just realized us leaving the bar was actually more annoying for Nib than anyone else because Nib has to climb all the way down the bar, go all the way across the floor, then climb all the way back up on the new
Taryc.
table.
Yes.
What would have caught Taryc's eye?
Oh.
Okay, so an incredibly buxom succubi. I'm pretty sure.
You got the player part there.
But really, truly, one of
So
Taryc's
it's
preferences.
Iala is a succubi, right?
I mean, it's basically Iala, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that would be Nim's.
No, Nim actually loves Iala because she's a dragon, not because she's buxom.
Well, I mean, it'd still be a copy of.
Taryc, on target, come on, give me it.
Oh, you guys ask the questions the brain takes a hard time figuring out. Yeah, probably.
Okay. Yeah, so you suddenly, as you're walking along, you find a arm hooking with yours as this very buxom, well, actually quite a bit shorter than you because you're an old succubi sort of comes up beside you and just smiles up at you as they guide you to the table. Cassian. What are Cassian's tastes?
I would say all of them catch his eye, but he's purposely avoiding contact.
In that case, you're actually, you're going to get this very life succubi. Very, very, very sleek, skinny, but she has like quite this sway to her walk, almost fox-like. As they came up and they don't take your arm, they just come up beside you, smile sweetly, and go, "Anything I can help you with?"
Not really, but thank you for the offer.
I am here to wait on you, so just say if you need me to get you anything.
I shall keep that in mind. Thank you.
Yeah, and they just stay close to you. Notably, when you guys reach the table, your glass is deposited Nim, but they do step away as if they understand people like their privacy. They sort of go over.
It was very nice to meet you. My name is Nim.
No, Nim. What a precious name. I
What
shall
was
keep
your
it in my
name?
heart. What would you like to call me?
That will be always a secret between us both.
Well then, I'm your little secret. And he just he licks his lips as he moves to sit at a nearby table, just lounging sexily on it. And the other two demons joining him, all like taking up these really provocative poses. It becomes almost comical.
It's that far.
Nim, unfortunately, is right now seeing a full-on mirror.
Is it?
And
I forgot that it's full size. It's not your size.
What?
Is your cup? I'm guessing that's what you mean by mirror.
Head pats, Blackheart. Head pats. You'll get there someday. I'm talking about the fact that they're trying too hard, and that's Nim's thing.
That part. Okay.
About this time, I would say because time works differently, Noah and Iala can in fact reach the bar.
So this is the place. That from her. That's what one might hear as the door opens.
I think so.
Yeah, everyone sees Iala and Noah enter in, which you guys aren't treated to the same entrance that everyone else was, where like everything was slightly obscured at first. You guys see, like lounging on the top rails, a selection of incubi and succubi. You see sitting at a table nearby your party. You see a clear demon dealing cards out to some people at a table.
This looks like the spot.
Iala is just kind of paused in the doorway. Should we be here? Is this?
I'm going to go to the bar and drink, Iala. You can do what you want.
Do not drink the dragon. Do not drink the dragon. Or maybe drink the dragon. Fun.
Please come on in. Close the door behind you. Don't want a draft coming in, do we?
Iala just closes the door and follows Noah to the bar. She notices Nim and Taryc are out here, right?
Yeah.
just doing
Those
their stuff.
guys.
Yeah, Cassian.
Yeah.
And
All of them are at a table.
she's not looking for Cassian.
What?
I see how it is.
I see how it is. Jeez, picking on
No.
poor Cassian.
It-
Also, if you can't see the centaur, what are you doing?
Judging by the threads between you, I say you're companions of the trio that entered just before.
Yes. We went for a walk and it got more than what we bargained for.
That was a quick walk. How are you doing?
Was it quick?
I didn't feel quick.
What can I get you? First drink is on the house.
Do you have rum boozle?
Fuck is Rumboozle?
What is Rumboozle?
It's a mix of rum with
Mix eggs, ale, wine, sugar. Yeah, he could do this. Right. He sort of like snaps his fingers and points at you, and then you see him pulling out everything that is needed to make this. And soon you have this flagon in front of you. Looks like you need it.
Leave it to Noah to get the most complicated
Well,
one.
what about you, fair dragoness?
I'll take something sweet, if you don't mind. Something light and sweet.
Ah, yes. I have a lovely berry liqueur that I'm sure I can mix with something mild for you if you wish.
That would be lovely, thank you.
Right, you get a very fruity drink that even has a little umbrella in it.
This is a concept none of us are familiar with.
Mhm.
Why is there an umbrella? What is the point of this?
I guess the better question is, do we
I
have
want the
umbrellas?
umbrella! I want the umbrella!
Oh,
Yes, you
Yeah,
get
I
an
would
even
be-
scale
I-
umbrella in your drink.
Iala is wondering, is this for the brownie? Is this Nim's drink? But she takes a sip and
Very good.
Do you think they make the ice creams here? Taryc, do you think if we bring everyone here, we could get the iced creams?
I'd give
mean,
you
we're
both
here
my
now,
usual
we could
spiel,
ask.
but I suggest you go join your companions. I think they'll be enlightening.
we could ask them if they can make it. I mean, we're here already, and they said
Oh,
everything.
but that's the one question. What are we going to ask for our one question?
Iala nods to.
we don't have to
join you
ask.
all at the table.
We could just
Yeah.
order ice
Do they get
cream.
flanked by
Oh
Incubi
yes,
and Succubi?
yeah, he'll have to say it actually. He goes, and if you wish to partake in any of our more physical activities, please. Your first day here is on the house. And he gestures up to the succubi, and you see a couple descending the stairs. What would be Iala's taste?
Let's see. Her taste would probably. Let's see. Let me think. It would be. It's definitely girls
Mhm.
because, and it's
Nib, you have a chance.
Nib's just gotta hold out. Hopefully, the next words are shorter women.
But other than that, I don't think she has that much of a preference.
All right. In that case, I'm gonna say.
Be like confident or meek.
Oh, they
I
already
think
got
fine.
that.
Yeah.
It's going to be kind of similar to Taryc's. They look like they're a little more well built, as in like a little bit more musculature. And they come up beside you and goes, "Wow, you exude some strength, don't you?"
Iala, her eyebrows raise for a moment, but then she regains the composure. Thank you for noticing.
How could I
Yeah.
not? You are. I could feel it. Almost a draconic fear, but exhilarating.
Iala is not sure what to think because this is what she wants to hear,
They're
but
going to take you by the arm and lead you over to the table with your companions. And
And
they
then
are
lead you
complimenting
away
you
from
the
your
whole
companions.
way.
We just got so we're at like the cheesiest warehouse.
And Iala, they have like their fingernails are slightly longer, tougher, much like you see on a lot of half dragons. They almost have a half dragon look without being half dragons themselves. And they compliment you as they lead you over. Noah.
yes.
What is Noah's preference?
Cute little dog comes out.
So werewolf
Oh.
girl, got it.
Well, actually,
Or
important
guy.
question. Does Noah have presence? Because if Noah is asexual, something that does affect this.
Hmm.
Something for you to think about.
Do I have to think about it now?
Yeah.
Welcome
This
to
is
my
that
world.
moment.
Honestly, probably someone built like Iala.
Okay. All right. So there are 3 incredibly buxom succubi escorting people to the table. Noah, this one doesn't act particularly saucy with you. They just sort of like come up to you and they're just like, "Oh, sweetie, you look like you've had a hard time."
Noah isn't even going to fight it and just
You get a
leans-
really comforting hug. And this very mom-like succubi is just going to take you over with the rest of
Aw.
your companions.
She would totally let you rest your head in her lap, and
She
she'd
would.
stroke your hair while you told her everything that was wrong.
All the stuff that went bad today.
Iala and Noah, you're both given the thing of like, I'm here if you want me, if you need me. And you're left with your companions as they go join the others in posing provocatively, although the mum-like succubi is just sort of sitting with, hands on her lap, just smiling and watching.
I'm also now imagining that she also has an apron on.
Yeah, definitely.
Is she doing that thing where she's making sure you know she's paying enough attention,
But she's
trying to not
politely,
intrude?
yeah.
She's doing that. I'm here. I'm your mom. I'm
Yeah.
at a distance. Man,
Uh-huh.
why did you make the most provocative one there?
Yeah.
Right? What the hell?
Yes.
Everybody wants mom.
That one, because of that probably strikes Iala too.
Everybody
no-
wants big mom energy.
So if people see that and it like triggers something in them,
It's
you'll
so
notice an
strange.
ever so subtle shift in the others, as if they are reacting and
That's
adapting.
great. That's great.
Nim is just amused. Nim has no idea what mom energy is.
The incubi is scowling at the others, is like, I can't match this.
That's okay. Nim's getting big himbo energy.
But yes, you are given a respectful distance.
Mhm.
So,
Oh,
what have you two gone through? Because I'm guessing they look pretty worn out.
Yeah, I think you both look pretty disheveled. Like, you were in there a lot longer than the narration makes it seem.
And there's a big claw mark across Noah.
I was actually just about to,
Did you
because I
get
don't.
into a street fight?
Oh, actually, Noah, when that succubi mum touched you, you regained your hit points. Your clothes are still, like, torn, but you were healed.
Oh!
Does Noah have marks from the Morris knife? I just thought about this. Like,
No,
Stab
not
himself.
clothes or
even, not
anything?
even
Okay.
any marking on her outfit from that.
Okay.
Oh, important thing for you, Noah and Iala. We found this out. Apparently, we are in the realm of Lord Morris.
No kidding?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know about Lord Morris? You've heard about him too? Well, apparently he was the
Yeah.
guard.
Iala takes out her rose and just spins in her fingers again.
Oh.
That is a very pretty flower. Where did you get it?
From someone you might have
Really?
heard of him.
Is that Lord
Eh,
Morris's mark?
It
Black
might be.
roses are very associated with Lord Morris. Yes.
Oh, they've already had an encounter with him.
Oh, did you have a lovely time?
I mean, thought we just said the guard was him, isn't it?
No. I think they have directly dealt with the Fey Lord out of his
Oh.
guise of somebody else.
Is that why you two are so worn looking?
Noah still has the rose in their hair.
Yeah, they do.
Yes, they made us run through a little bit of a trial, and it was tiring.
I
to
got
say
to
the least.
I got to see an older Iala.
No, you didn't.
What could have been?
No, you didn't.
Okay.
Oh, that's out of character. That's mean.
Well, it's technically accurate.
I mean, we don't know if she'll live that long.
Oh, in there.
Yeah, so that you had a very lovely time. Do you want to share your trauma or do you want to bury it deep?
Yes, there is another time.
I just really
bit-
want to go to bed.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, my patron is right now having some of the best times upstairs, which means we are here until she is done. We have been offered by Mr. Dietz. We were told his name was Mr. Deeds, right?
Yep.
Mr. Dietz. I motioned vaguely at the bar.
They wave at you.
They're a very wonderful person, and they have offered that any one of us, each of us, could ask a question, and we could get an answer, and we would not get any dealing stuff. It is a free deal information. We can also partake with wave over the Inkabai and everybody. We can also partake of the
There are
physical
so
pleasures,
many
and
and
there's
winks
a-
and kisses and so on in return.
and there is a gambling table over there, and we are basically given, since it is our first time here, a little bit of free rein to play about in the mortal and other pleasures. But we should all be thinking about the question to ask. Maybe we should coordinate.
Oh, I've already got 3 questions to ask, but one of them's more pertinent than the other 2 are personal.
Well, remember, you get one for free. The other you'll have to barter for.
Oh, I have no intention of bartering at any point, but
Or convincing one of us to ask in place of another question.
Mm-hmm.
well, first, honestly, the biggest question we should ask is, what is the name of the thing underneath the plains?
Honestly, what we should ask is everything about the thing under the plains, the creature that is coming through, and all of that. We want to know everything about it.
What is the level of answers they can even give? Is it supernatural in there?
Do we? I mean, look at what is around us.
I mean, it is probably limited based on what they have available, but we can hope that they have the information. Does not mean that they have all that we hoped for, but that is why I say we throw big nets.
That sounds reasonable to me.
We could. So what's on? Sorry, go ahead.
I do admit I have a question of my own. I wish to ask a bit personal, but we'll try and get stuff for the more pertinent to our reasons of being here instead of personal stuff.
Yes. I do not mind if there are many people who want to ask personal questions and it is important to them. I could be the person who asks about the planes and then share that with everybody. And then you can ask your personal questions. I do not have any personal questions. All I was going to ask was the keys to help Mr. Matori finish his thing. If there was a power source that we could get for him that is not...
Yeah, nods.
That is the only thing I would think of. But at the same time, though, a fiend might lead us to a unsavory source, so it might be a bad question to ask, but
I
it might be a
think
good question to ask.
Well-
Mr. Victoria already has is that under his he only has a step or two left, yes?
He only needs to get a power source and then to kill himself, is I believe correct? So I do not know. I do not know necromancy. That's the problem. Is I think it is actually a bad question because I don't know.
Yeah.
Um,
We
one
have more of a question for him.
one thing that they may have more information of possibly being what they are is the ward. You said they were fiendish, correct? I
Seems
rolled
so.
badly, so
Well, they are fiendish. So the thing is they might have the information because the fiends, the fae, and etc. were all trying to hold this thing at bay. Of whatever
yes.
that is. So I think honestly asking them about the planes is very wise. That's why I say I'm okay with using mine for that, because I have nothing to ask. So if you all have personal questions, you should do that.
I do
They,
not really have a personal question either, so
Maybe
they
you.
v- we know that there are say 5 seals servers
Mhm.
in the dreams. Do we know? Should we ask where they are, or would they even know if they were built by the other outer races?
that's why I was pointing
I
out
think
that they may know of their own ward. There's
That one wasn't the broken one, yes? Just the one of undeath?
No,
death and
Undeath and Eldritch,
yes.
yes,
the outer things.
yeah, the
Okay.
fiendish, the fae, and the celestial. I
angelic.
think
Are left, yes.
were left,
Mm-hmm.
and
I'm deaf and a
I
busy life
wonder.
organ.
I wonder, a bit, and that is separate from fiend, right? I'm not
That is separate
flipping.
from fiend.
But
Okay.
it is important to think though that plant creature might have been separate from somehow that ceiling thing.
Yes.
Because I think that maybe Taryc and I should focus our questions, one of us on the plant and the nature of what it was doing, the brother of hell and such, and the other focus on the seals. That way we use up our questions that way. And then if we get information, it is a good gambit. And yes, I think that would be good. I don't know what the rest of you want to ask, and if you don't want to say, that is fine.
Should we ask how we're supposed to deliver the goods we're
That
supposed to be delivering tonight?
You would,
that
I presume, meet her or him. I don't really know what their preferred pronoun would be, but I assumed that they were going to meet us there and that we would deliver it to them. That would seem like the appropriate thing. You would not just leave stuff there. That would be too dangerous. Anybody could take it.
Well, we have to midnight until midnight, so somebody should be looking for a drop off at the very least.
Yes, and I cannot do anything about that until my patron is sated.
Then let's see.
we should probably ask the questions, and at least one of us go out to find things, or wait for.
Wait across the street to meet with the contact so we know when we can deliver.
Yes.
That might
Can
be
you
wise.
ask for the price of a question before you get the answer? Is that how this works?
I mean, I
Well,
think you could, but these ones are free to start with. And then I guess if you want further questions, you would have to barter, which I would assume you would have to agree upon a price before you made the question.
and it, or you ask the question and then are
Find out the
possibly
price.
given the price, because I figure, you know, what
Actually,
should I
why are we
eat?
postulating? I will go ask.
Right, you're hopping from the table.
Yep, I'm gonna hand my drink to the table. I'm gonna put that down, and I'm gonna skip her over to the bar.
Okay. Mr. Deeds just sort of leans down over the bar and goes, "Can I help you, young miss?"
One of our members of our group would like to ask me a question, and I did not know the answer. They were concerned of if they had multiple questions that they wanted to ask, would they be able to postulate the question to you and find out what the cost of the answer would be before they agreed?
Of course.
That is what I thought. Thank you so much. I wanted to be sure.
And he just smiles.
Skip her back. Yes, you would be able to find out the cost before you actually agreed to it.
Okay, good. Good. She takes out a piece of parchment and starts writing a question on it. I might see what mine costs before taking up the
Another
freebie.
Mr. Deeds, not the one behind the bar, just one that comes out of a back room, is coming up to your table, holding what looks like to be menus, and is just going, in case sir and madams wishes to dine with us, we offer quite a selection. The menus lay down on you, and they simply say, whatever you desire.
Ice creams?
I was to say,
Ice cream!
You wish for ice cream?
Nim's tail starts. Ice cream!
Any particular flavour?
They come in flavors?
Yeah, they do. They come in berry and chocolate.
I am quite fond of vanilla bean myself.
so I'm
I
going to
want-
ask the GM.
Mm-hmm.
Pistachio. It would be
Exists.
traditional for the area. Okay.
Is it possible to have a sampler of lots of little ice cream
Would you like the selection?
types?
Oh
Yes,
my god.
please.
Of course.
He's
young miss.
ordering a flight of ice cream.
I am ordering a flight of ice cream. My friends, you have never had this before. It is magical. I wish Nami was here.
The sooner I can talk here, that's right.
Oh.
Give-
Poor Nami.
Nim the look at none of you have tried this before.
What? What do you mean
I-
giving me the look at none of you?
You
tried
said
it?
none of
I
you
Why
was,
was
have-
your pseudo dragon's divine connection? 1 second.
Oh no.
no.
I was actually going to
no.
say, did Nami follow us? Because never was it said what happened with Nami.
I think Nami is going to have followed you.
Oh no.
I think as his menus are being served out, you see a scrabbling like at the bottom of the door. You can see like Nomi's tail stinger poking through. You see claws. You hear angry meeping.
Oh no, Nami wants in.
Gonna go over and
Please, miss, stay seated. And the server goes over and opens up the door, and you see Nomi step in. They hiss viciously at the server.
waiting for that.
And like the polite facade on the server's face falls away, and you just see like the most devious, like taunting grin there. As Nomi walks on in, keeping it like looking wary at the succubi. They're just like, Nomi is so clearly displeased.
Nami, we're going to have the ice cream.
And the server comes back to the table and goes, sorry for the interruption. I'm sure for the kind Drake, the Taryc special, yes. Mm-hmm. And the server then looks to the rest of you as Nomi's just glowering.
What's a Taryc special?
An egg wrapped in meat.
Oh, okay. That sounds very
the
good.
fact that's continued on.
There's a degree of like backwards anachronism when you deal with the Divides and the Hells, simply because some beings have been around.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I just got up for a moment to grab our Draconomicon to double check what it is blue dragons really like to eat.
You're
Ah,
gonna love ice cream.
blue dragon said lightning based. I think
Yeah.
they're associated with they're probably like aerial game, you know.
They
Herb.
like herd animals
That
roasted
makes sense.
via lightning.
Yeah.
So you want a nice and toasty bison
I
flank
want
or
a
something?
burger,
You want a burger?
Whomper.
a lightning
Electric
burger.
burger.
Just say, give me a deliciously prepared meat and see if you get a burger.
Electric burgaloo.
Oh god. I
You,
just
ma'am,
imagine
they were looking at you, Taryc.
Uh,
Oh, that's the title for
I've-
today. Electric Boogaloo.
Oh god.
why do we let them do this? She's
That's the title
actually, since Nim mentioned it, how about some pistachio ice cream? From that,
They actually look a little surprised, but they just like nod their head and go, "Of course."
something she hasn't had, and it's not something someone else had.
I will take some. If you have some sort of, I would say,
What kind of is beef common?
Common, like not in the way we think it's common, but yes, you can get it.
Okay.
We're also in magic hell where everything is possible.
Yeah, if you
so
desire
Yes,
it.
but anything is
Beef-
possible. But I need to know from Ialia's
if-
perspective. She doesn't.
Yes,
yeah.
beef is something you would have had. Yes.
Okay.
Beef's not like you have it all the time. Beef is a hey, we're slaughtering a cow for an event.
Yeah.
Everybody gets some
Yeah.
beef kind of thing because you
Is that-
can't keep meat for very long.
Yeah. Are those
Horrible.
kinds of meats popular over in Arcanus?
Yes.
Okay.
I remember that being the liverwurst and all that
Pork
stuff
is
was.
a little more popular where you're from, but yes, you get beef.
God,
all right.
meat
I-
ice
I would-
cream.
I would like some lightning broiled steak if I could.
Oh, of course. Would you like that the Arcanist Highland style, or would you rather the City Folk style?
Arcanist Highlands, please.
Of course. They're also going to lean into you, Taryc, and goes, "Ma'am, just so that you're aware, we do offer things more esoteric. If you wish to partake in the more natural tendencies of your kind, we can have a live person brought to you if you so please, or just freshly slaughtered."
Unfortunately, she is avoiding
Truly,
that
we
around the
do
party.
offer anything.
Sorry, I'm trying to quit.
Actually, no, I'll be honest. She would
please not in front of my
100%.
emergency ration, Taryc says,
I was just
covering
saying,
Nim's eyes.
She would hunt them. She would still hunt humanoid. So, there's too many races to roll. It's like I get a random roll and go, I will order this. What do we not have in the
Isn't
party?
she trying not to do that anymore, or is that?
Well, see,
Hunt to eat is different than hunt to kill for pain.
this one's a little different. We're in a weird place where meat can just appear. So she could. Oh God, Ericoa. We have.
Is that what Taryc requests?
Yeah, actually, she would probably because it's a race that would be known probably.
The demon smiles and goes, "Oh, of course, ma'am."
Looks at the party though. Not live though. I think.
Are you
there may be
ordering?
issues.
Are you actually ordering to eat someone, Taryc?
No, Taryc ordered okra.
Yes, we do offer a lovely meat dish seasoned with okra. And they just scribble something down on their pad.
We got okra, right? That's just what you said?
And you, dear Faye,
Can I have honey glazed chicken and breadcrumbs with a side of salad?
of course. Do you prefer wild greens, or would you like more tuber-based salad?
Tuber, please.
Of course.
Potato salad.
And
Then we eat only ice cream.
magical adept centaur.
Hmm?
What would you wish to partake in?
I have my drink. Thank you.
Oh, very well, sir. And they just head off and
Your
leave you all be
precious
again.
bale of hay.
You do not want to have any food? Cassian, you can have some of my ice cream.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
I am just now imagining the Ericoa comes prepared the same way as Noah's chicken. Brain's going weird today. I apologize.
You could have all sorts of magical meals here. This place should be super popular.
Not let the Null learn of
No,
this.
it could be, but there's the entire stigmata of dealing with fiends.
Fiends are friends, not food.
Well, definitely not food.
Sometimes.
And friends can be very questionable.
There's a horrendous crunch that comes from upstairs. You see the door that Frula went into, swing open.
She ate another one.
And she does come out with bloodied arms. Her front is covered in blood. And she looks over the banister and looks down at Mr. Deeds at the bar. And Mr. Deeds looks up and goes, are you sated in your fun, your ladyship? And Frula sort of looks around, looks down at the group of you, and she goes, somewhat. I am going to take a rest. You look after my sweet. Treat her well. And she just saunters back into that room. And,
So beautiful.
Mr. Deeds.
By the way, this is the first appearance of the big shark lady for everybody else.
Mr. Deeds does sort of look back over towards you with sort of the rest of you with that eyebrows raised up of woof, that's a handle. And
from the word room, we just hear, "Oh, Lucifer, help me!" No one's going to help you, sweetie. Click.
I mean, you might hear a truncated scream, but yes.
It was a truncation from the door closing.
The sexual appetite of a Marid is kind of legendary.
That was Marid.
Iala just. She doesn't know who that is.
Please, Mrs. Deeds actually perks up and goes, I do not want you under the illusion that we only deal in sex. If you have violent urges you wish to take out, if you wish to indulge in your envy, if you wish to have anything, we will serve it.
No, thank you. I think I'll
Incredibly
just take.
disturbing sentence.
I think I'll just take the steak. Thank you.
Of course.
You had to say that.
It's going to be very disappointing to you. I'm sorry.
Oh, it is of no issue. Your pleasure is our only concern, and if your pleasure is not partaking, then that makes us happy.
Oh no, you thought you...
What kind of prices would you have on power?
It depends how much. If you wish to, say, make a pact, that's a simple matter. If you want to have the equivalency of influential power, a lordship perhaps, that is cheaper than becoming the king. If you wish to just have power over a couple of people, that's one thing. If you want to be stronger, that's a kind of power in itself that has a different price. Which do you mean?
I was hoping for spell power. You see, I want to learn the sending spell very badly, and it is very complicated.
Sending power.
Trade.
Well, that's a simple breakdown. We put that into the equivalency of tutelage under a competent mage for a few years. Oh, would you rather do service or give something up?
Them is having this quandary of realizing that she does not have much worth bartering.
Of course, you could commit future deeds to this, but if you do not pay up, then we do come calling.
Maybe I should hold off. I am currently under a agreement, and I would not want to interfere with that. That would put me in a complicated position.
Well,
but it is interesting that is something that you have.
Well, we can discuss it further, of course. Do not stress yourselves or enjoy your first day, please.
Unfortunately, the GM mentioned it doesn't have to be sex.
Mm-hmm.
That means hunting's on the menu.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Is there
Taryc
clocks?
wants to play the most dangerous game.
Are there clocks?
Like, is there anything in here telling time in
yeah.
any way, shape, or form?
In fact, yeah, quite an expensive looking grandfather clock is set.
Taryc,
up
if
against
you
one of
want
the
to
walls.
partake in something and it's going to take time, the rest of us can worry about the drop off.
Uh,
I figure we
wait
can all see
until-
Taryk's tail starting to wag at the
Mhm.
thought of something.
well, first she wants to eat, and that should
Which,
be
speaking
a.
of, far quicker than actually preparing these meals should take. Your food is brought out. Taryc's is a fresh cut of meat, but it is prepared in such a way that's hard to tell what it is. It does have
Okra.
okra with it. Yep.
It's in the name.
Nim, there are you get a platter that you could walk on that has tons of tiny brownie-sized bowls of ice cream.
Oh,
It's only
that wasn't what I meant, but it's okay. I actually was thinking just like a small platter with like a couple like regular people-sized ones that I was going to share, but this works fine.
No, you're giving it for you.
Okay.
Yeah, you have like an insane amount of selection of flavors. Like it's only like a couple of spoonfuls each, but you have a selection.
Yes. Oh, this is great. I'm just gonna try
Nomi
oh, my head!
is presented with a meat egg, which they just glower at, and you can see that desire on their face, but they are not touching it. Iala, you have a wonderfully lightning charred piece of huge bit of flank steak here. Absolutely massive. In fact, you've almost got an entire rump roast there.
Yup.
And Noah, your breaded honey chicken is so wonderfully prepared. The salad they have, which has like little potatoes and such in it, carrots and such, is beautifully fresh. Each of your meals is prepared perfectly. Like it is the best example of that meal you've ever had.
Nim is in tears.
This is very dangerous, Noah says, sticking their fork into another piece of salad. And
I don't even know
Eating
what
it.
this flavor is. It's kind of like butter, very sweet.
It is actually butter ice cream.
But I was thinking buttermilk.
So that's actually just an accidental bowl of butter that was set on her.
Yeah. That's so good.
They're like, yeah, she won't know the difference. It's cold.
Cassian. Everyone else has served their food, and the waiter they hold their tray to the chest, that very fancy, like this is now not in use. But they look at you and goes, would Sir wish to partake in any literature while he waits for his companions to eat?
No, thank you.
Of course.
I appreciate the offer.
And they just nod their head and head off.
Nami, are you not going to eat this?
And
Can I eat this for
Cassian's
you?
look goes from the polite smile as the succubus incubus walks away to this mild scowl as he turns back to the group.
what's the matter with you, Cassian?
Oh, nothing. Just trying to avoid any indiscretions.
Huh.
Nomi
Nami.
is nudging the meat egg towards you.
You don't want it?
You get the
Okay.
flash of so want.
Nami,
Oh.
I can't eat all of it. Help me eat it.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Please. Help me, Nami. Nami, help me. Oh, that's perception. There's persuasion.
Oh,
yeah.
no.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
Nomi,
yeah.
Oh no!
Nomi,
Nami,
Nomi sits there
help
going through the
me.
motions of sent to help this one. This one says it's okay, so that means it's okay, right? And Nomi is then going to start partaking.
Yep. Nami, help me.
Yeah. Nomi helps.
Taryc, learn us how make this so we can have it. It is very good.
I'm gonna look over at it. It's something I
egg.
recognize.
What, ice
like
cream?
I don't.
Oh, the
No,
meat egg.
Yes, the meat
Yeah,
egg. The thing I'm being asked to make.
It's a popular treat.
Okay, there's something. Okay,
Is
I
it-
wasn't sure if it was something that we had currently, because timey-wimey.
It is the food that you leave at Bahamut shrines.
Of course,
Mhm.
of course.
Mhm.
That doesn't
Yeah,
surprise
it's the
me.
equivalent of rice ball at an Inari shrine. It is the holy food.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm guessing most it's relatively well known how to make it then.
Yes.
Enough to get away. If we get the stuff, I should be able to make those.
Oh, good. Maybe Taryc can make you some at home. It'd be good.
There's a
Yum,
little
yum,
head
yum.
bob, a guilty head bob.
Aww, it's the first one we've
Mommy,
ever
do
had
you
guilty
not want
about
to
it.
eat it?
The like forelegs and wings go over the egg as if like want it.
It's okay that you
Aw.
want it. I wanted the ice cream.
Yeah, Nami is eating. Still to find some dragon is giving in to the fiendish temptation.
So, what if you and I are asking about that plant in the ward? I'm guessing
Why don't you ask about the ward, and I will ask questions about plant.
it's I guess more of a question of what do we ask about the ward. Don't think we can go just tell us everything about the ward.
Basically, what you should probably say, and this is just my opinion, other people will probably have better idea, but maybe what you say is there is near the town of Galen a series of wards. We know one was of Undeath, one was of Abyssal, Fey, Celestial, and Fiend. And that those wards were meant to hold back something very dangerous and powerful. What your question is? What is the story of everything about that? Basically, you should want to know everything about it as far as why it was done, what it is, and all that, but you need to make it into one question. So basically, you want to know the full story of how that came to be.
What
Or
does the
why it is. Because if you say why it is, then maybe you will get the story of how it came to be a bit. I am going to ask about Plant Monster near the Corin Steps that make people see other people and have seeds and take over people's minds and is somehow connected to their brother in hell. I want to know, what is that? Or
so
how to deal with it. Those are the two questions I would come up with. And maybe somebody have better idea.
Let me go see how much this question is, and then I might.
Well, remember, you do
Right.
have a freebie.
Yes, I know, but I want to know how much the question I want is before. See if I can do the payment on it and help with a quest, and or if it is something that is a little bit too much for my pockets.
She takes out a piece of parchment and starts writing down a question.
The other thing we could do is we could probably stagger out asking the questions and then give the information. So if me and Taryc go first and we're satisfied with the information that we get, no one else needs to ask questions. I wonder if we could do it that way. Because if we know that we got everything we needed, then you don't need to spend your questions. You know?
Yeah, I can see that.
Should I go ask that? Or should I wave waiter down? Mr. Deeds, the waiter?
Well, if you
Let
ask
me
in front
go.
of us, then we would all know.
Let me
You're all
go.
talking while eating, so like this conversation takes a bit longer than we're actually having. So you're actually sort of finishing up your meals now, and the waiter does come by and starts to like collect plates and goes, "Was everything to satisfaction?"
It was very good.
It was very good.
Very good.
Yes, thank you.
I have a question regarding our questions. If we ask in order, do we all have to ask it once, or can we stagger it out so one person asks, they get see what the answer is, and then the next person gets to pick a question?
He looks a little amused. He goes, "Oh, while I am in many places in here, I'd rather deal with one question at a time. So
So it would be preferable to you for us to do it one at a time, and then we could get it going that way.
of course,
Okay, because some might want to change what their question is depending on the answer.
indeed. Now, please feel free to ask as you wish. All of our operations are above board here. I have no interest in ripping you off. So, if you want to learn some answers and tweak your following questions based on that, be my guest."
Are you insinuating that there is somehow a regulation committee for the infernal deeds?
No, I am just a man of good deeds.
And dirty.
Oh, that somebody is. Those is just okay.
Now,
Is it all right if I go first?
On that note, though, and they just they set the plate down on the on another table, and you see like the one behind the bar becomes a little less focused as this one actually just pulls a seat up and joins you at the table and goes, "Let's make one thing clear, though. I'm not here to rip you off, and likewise, I don't take kindly to people trying to cheat me either. As long as that's understood." There is not any magical compulsion for me to answer any of your questions. I can turn down something I think is unfair.
I think you can understand in the spirit of the question that hopefully you will give us at least something of value if you are able to.
Of course. And again, if I accept the deal, I'm not going to deliberately leave out things to mislead you. Frankly, if you ask for something too big, I'll just tell you that, and you can choose something else as your freebie. But that shouldn't
That seems
happen.
fair.
So he just smiles, and if you want to ask now, you can do so. If it's not personal, you can do it here, or we can go separate.
I look over at the rest. Is it okay if I go?
Go right
Captain
ahead.
Waves.
It's okay by me.
All right.
Now, I will say, though, if any of you ask follow-up questions based on my answer, I will tell you it might cost you your freebie. So think about it if you truly want something answered.
So do not ask questions to what I am getting told.
Oh, well, I'm
Unless
not going to just answer them outright. I'll give you a chance to clarify. Again, I'm not here to cheat you. Just be
No,
aware.
it's a good reminder. It's a good reminder. Okay. We have traveled from the Akoran Steppes, where we had encountered a monster of plant that makes slimes, and make memories in you that aren't real, and make people say things, terrible things, that are very upsetting. And it talks about a brother in hell and a door that it slip under and such. I want to know what is this brother, this creature that claims brother in hell.
Well, first I thought you were going to be cheeky there. I will say that forming an entire sentence and then asking for a clarification on that sentence would be a little naughty. Then they like lift up a finger and smile. But you actually asked something quite straightforward. In my
I just
purview,
wanted to
in
make
fact.
sure I wanted to make sure I narrowed down what the creature was, because if I told you it was some plant creature on the current steps, you could, for all I know, you could have talked about a treant.
I would ask you to clarify, my dear.
I'm being very clear about what I want.
Well, what you are talking about there is something we call Mara Norath.
Mara Norath.
It's not its actual name, it's unknown to us, but not even sure it has the concept of names in hand yet. As brother of hell, it's a fanciful thing. Did something say that to you?
Yes. Nim closes her eyes, starting to think very strongly for a moment. My friend Bill, when he was going crazy because the thing got into his head and was making him do things, he said, the door is opening. It stepped through the cracks. Things are weakening and it is coming through. Hell is my brother, and we will be reunited. Hell's door
Oh,
opens.
Okay, it's
You'll
drawing
hear
upon
their
our
screams.
conceptualization of it, I see. So it's not a literal sibling of hell. You're familiar of... No, you wouldn't be. And they let out a sigh and just go, right, some basics. Hell is a entity. Yes? Living is the wrong word, but it's all we can conceptualize it as a living entity. It
I
has
thought that was
wants...
a place.
It is. A place and an entity, one and the same. It has wants and desires. It comes from beyond. They sort of gesture about everything. You see the night sky and the stars, even further than that, stepping sideways somewhere else. Much like you can step into in the woods, walk through it all fine, and next day you'll walk through and find yourself in the Feywild in the exact same spot. It's a sideways step.
Oh, it's like a layer.
Yes. Hell comes from another layer. Hell was around before then, but this thing attached itself to hell. It's been there for a very long time.
It's like a parasite.
Yes, parasite's a very good word, actually. Mara Noref is another such entity, not from the same place, not even related, but as its concept is similar, we started to think of it as kin. And I suppose now it is thinking of itself that way.
It also said something about not scared to take on all of the Pantheon and some other stuff.
We are... You know how the Defined Realms are made of divinity. The mortal realms are made of matter and magic and souls and all that sort of concept. It comes from some place made of something else. It is incompatible with here and now, but it wants to understand us and wants to be part of us, wants to expand itself into our place. And it's been trying, and it succeeded somewhat long ago. It started to understand what... slimes are easy for it. They're so similar to each other that one is much akin to the other. And started to understand some very old root that we actually called Mara, which is where part of its name came from. Mara Noref is simply root dweller, but it's kind of expanded beyond that. But to break it down, it is a extraplanar entity that wants to know and consume all that there is here.
Thank
It wants
you
to
very
be
much.
you.
Thank you very much. That was a very good answer. Taryc, do you want to do your question now?
Sorry, I was writing down notes out of character. Forgot. Lost track. Near... crap. Player. What's the name of the other town? So I have to look through my notes.
Galen?
Galen. Near the town of Galen, there were wards placed of a variety of natures, fiendish, celestial, abyssal, undead, and fey, to ward a creature or ward something there. Why is that thing warded against?
We broke the DM.
And hell explodes.
Yeah.
Or you have lost internet and we have bad rest of the game.
Oh, whoops. Yeah.
Ah.
I accidentally muted myself when I was coughing and forgot to unmute.
Oh, that's something I'm used to.
So when you start mentioning the wards, Mr. D is actually looking down at Nomi with a sort of narrow-eyed but appreciative expression.
We're gonna appreciate pseudo.
And they look to you and goes, aware of the wards. Go on.
We have had dealings with some of the information, but whatever it is that is warded, why was it warded?
Well, like I said, it had started to understand things and obtain some understanding and power. And we realized how terrible a threat it was.
So
We
now
didn't
know
want
the
another
same thing.
hell.
Oh, so you ordered against the Mara Norath?
Yes, these things are one and the same. The plant, the entity.
Okay.
Oh no. Yeah, because 2 of the words are down. At least 2.
Yes.
Which ones?
Hopefully,
And the
this.
Do we
the
all-
abyssal.
We ask for a price for that information?
You can. And then he gives you a sort of sardonic look. Do you want to?
I don't want to.
I do not want to. Not in the case of this. We are
The
getting more information, I think, than
a freebie for a freebie.
We are
I
dealing
play
with
as loosely
goodwill.
as you do. Let's say that.
I just wanted to know.
That's-
She takes a sip of her drink.
The undead ward would not be a concern to me. It was one of the weaker ones, but the abyssal is that's a big loss.
Yes, accidental. Sorry.
well, we are
Most of our
not a,
knowledge of this entity actually came from them. They had existed out there far longer than we had and had encountered such intrusions before from other various places. The Aboleths were a great source of knowledge in this case.
Unfortunately, they were trying to use us as fuel for whatever it was, and we didn't know what it was. And honestly, I don't think we would have really agreed to it if we knew.
I still think that word was. We knew the word was gone before then.
Well, okay.
So-
I thought there was a weird thrummy thing when we were fighting down there. I thought that was the word,
We
maybe.
there was
if
that
their
thing, but
obelisk was still active and they were trying to sacrifice you to it, the ward was still powered, just waning.
Yes, that is what they
I
were
take it
trying to
is
do.
fully inactive now.
Yes, it is fully inactive now.
A shame. We could have arranged something for that.
we're
When
interested
the,
by why.
the entire situation happened the following day. The ward went inactive.
They actually look annoyed and just shake their head.
Something had
Then-
happened because the area around it had been moved.
Yes, there was some shifting of the water level and such. It was very
Very
interesting.
large amount.
I'll have an imp check it out.
But I think that is me and Taryc done. I do not know if the rest of you have private questions or busy questions,
like-
but
I'd like to get a quote on this. She passes over the piece of parchment. She wrote.
Okay. They unfurled it, look it over, and they just look at you and it goes, "I'd like to clarify something. Just the knowledge or the means."
Let's see. The means would be a lot more expensive than the knowledge, wouldn't it?
Very.
Then I would like the knowledge, because I do not think I have the price to pay for the means. So I suppose if we can quote both of them.
They just put a little quill out of their pocket, which is dripping. You really hope it's red ink. And they just hold it up and goes, "This is my reply in secret as well." The slipping of a note seems to suggest so, and they just start to scribble their answer on the note.
Taryc, Mr. Maltori is going to be so proud of us.
Yes.
Yay,
And they slip the note back across to you.
we did good.
She nods and starts thinking it over.
See, I tell you, making deals is good. I do it. It's only come up good.
Now, any else wish to claim their little free question?
Actually, I have two, and you get to pick which one you wish to answer.
That's fun.
What was the name I was born with? Or what were the names of my parents?
One of those.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to check a book, if you don't mind. Do you have a preference?
Your choice.
Right. I'll check my book after we've done talking here. Yes.
Thank you.
And what about you, little Faye?
There's nothing else we need to ask, right? About the.
Yeah, you can ask your own question now. I think we're good. I think Mr. Maltori will think we are very clever.
Either that
So-
or be really pissed at us for not bringing him along.
Oh, he's going to be mad about the ice cream.
Probably still seething about inviting the priest over.
Yeah, but you know.
Oh wait, we haven't told. Had we told her yet about what he did out of character?
Oh no, he knows about the priest.
No. Had we told Nim about what he said?
No.
Okay.
Why would he be mad about the priest?
Think about what he deals in verse what.
He is the one that said we could go talk to an Amorian priest about the ghost.
Yes, but I don't think he expected us to invite him over for dinner.
He was going to have to come to the house anyway. What kind of ridiculous getting your panties in a bunch nonsense is that? It's only cordial to invite somebody to dinner. I would invite Mr. Dees to dinner, but I'm pretty sure that we are poorer showing than what they have here.
Ladies, please. I'd love to come to dinner if you so invited me, but let's not argue.
Oh.
Relax. This is
If
not a
not,
place
ask-
of discord.
That's
What
down
do
the
you
street.
want to ask? What does your heart race for? And do you want us to hear it, or do you want privacy?
I. Can you pass over me? Is there anyone else that needs?
Oh, if the
to
young
ask?
dragoness has an actual question for free in mind.
I'm thinking. It's. She looks almost in pain about how hard she's thinking about this.
Then
That one Iala brain cells
They,
working hard.
they lean back in their chair a little bit and they go, then in the interest of polite discourse, I'm going to give you a little addendum to the important questions here. One ward in particular is quite safe. If you're looking to guard them, then they spread their arms out. Look no further than keeping this place in your hearts as a place to care for.
Well, that's good to know.
Oh, and that is why the... Okay, that makes sense.
A little collaboration between the Fae and the Infernal. A little clever
Yes.
trick.
Whenever
The ward
they
has
work
to be
together,
near
yes.
the location, but if you displace that space after the fact, well, the Fae know how to do that quite well.
The Fae are really kind of magical and cool.
I'm going to need to learn how to do that.
You should learn how to do that. You are like Satan or something, right?
Yeah.
Don't you just like close your eyes and like feel the whimsy in your heart or something?
Cute.
I don't. I don't know. I've never really tried to do.
It's like when
layering.
I do magic from my patron, sometimes I close my eyes and I hear the roaring of the waves and I see my enemies drown before me.
Okay.
Be
Um,
clear, I said drown.
I like this discussion of death after what just happened. It's great.
Iala finally scribbles on the piece of paper and hands it back over. I'm going to be using my question for this. It's a little too important to pass up.
Your
Sorry.
freebie.
Yes, please.
I'll get that to you discreetly.
Thank you.
Of course. And if you need some more time, young Faye, I shall go collect Mr. Cassian's answer.
yes, please.
If you'll excuse me for a moment then, and they stand up and give you all a little bow before they head off to a back room.
I wave. They are very nice for a fiend type person. You know, people always say bad things about the others, but you know, I have only had good dealings with like the Fae and the demons and the djinns.
It
I feel like
seems
you.
that there are reasons to distrust them.
I feel like if you treat somebody with respect, sometimes you get the same back. You know.
Things would be a lot easier if trusting was so easy.
Trusting is easy. If the trust is deserved, though, it's not always easy.
The way I see it, if I trust somebody and they betray my trust, it is not I who have failed. It is they who have failed me. That does not mean I do not trust again. It is very silly, but you know, I like to think. I would like people to trust me, so then I can rip them off.
You see, that's the whole issue.
Ben looks confused. Hi, it is great.
Iala just kind of rubs the bridge of her nose.
Nami, I am sorry may eating food here make you sad. I not want to make you sad.
Nomi's flashing food makes so happy.
I wish I could make food like this for you. You are a good pseudo dragon, and you deserve good food like this all the time.
Good evil food.
I will try be better partner for you. I try. Pat, Nami. I'm feeling guilty for making Nami eat the devil food. Delicious devil food.
Soon enough, Misdeeds comes back, and he just has a folded slip of parchment between his fingers, which he looks at you, Cassian, and goes, I could speak it, or it's yours.
Speak it.
Well then. And they smile, and they consider, and they say, personally, I consider the full introduction of one's lineage as a name, so Roland Silktail, son of Lotta and Tello Silktail.
Okay, give me 1 second. My notes just crashed. My notes are gone. Where did my note?
Oh no! The knowledge is too much for Cassian!
It has been typed in Roll20 for you, Tobes.
Yeah, my note sheet. It crashed, and
Oh, that is very kind. You answered both questions by answering one question.
Yes, it's just one question.
You answered one question.
I answered one question. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
Oh. I am very sorry. I am very small and easily mistaken
And
by big words.
They just give you a little wink, Cassian, and they like put the folded note down in front of you.
Cassian will take it. Thank you.
Well, considering that you did not want to have any luxurious meals or such, I figured it's the least that could be done.
Maybe someday I will make a deal and I will find out who my parents are. I won't know who they are, though.
I'd be quite glad to make a deal with you, as long as it does not incur your matron's wrath. It's quite quite the lady.
She is very beautiful and wonderful. I am very lucky to be had by her.
Everything is crashing.
Oh no.
Cassian furiously going through his spell book.
Wah, ba, ba, ba.
You still need time to think, or shall I answer your question? Please take all the time you want, as long as it's by closing tonight.
What time is closing?
We close at about 5 a.m.
What time is it right now? We have a delivery to make by midnight.
They look over at the grandfather clock and they go, "Oh, we're approaching 8 p.m. now."
Mm.
If you're looking to make a delivery across the street, as I imagine is what brought you here, an hour tends to show up around about now. If not now, within a half hour.
Okay. Nim is looking cautiously up towards that room.
You, however, do have many hours if you do not wish to disturb your patron.
Do they take it they stay around then?
Business till midnight.
So we have about 4 hours for that. I hope your patron will be done by then. But
If you
Nim,
truly wish her welcome, I can send one of mine to do so.
I will go see my patron.
I mean,
If
we
desire to
do still
go.
have time. And
why not make use of that time? Please, there's so much you could do here.
I was gonna say, if you're offering him to handle stuff, well, I take care of other things. I may have a wish of something to partake.
Okay, you go ahead. Me and Nami will wait here and keep watch for patron, and I will make sure the delivery happens. You all have a good time. Okie dokie. And Nim gives thumbs up.
Since you mentioned,
Mr. Deeds looks to you, Taryc, and then he just snaps his fingers over towards the group of succubi and incubus. And the one that was sort of with you comes on over and he goes, "Do take Miss Taryc to the back rooms and give her what she desires."
No,
And-
not the back rooms. We were just there. It's awful.
And the succubus again sidles up beside you, takes your arm in hers.
I hope you're good at music puzzles.
And just leans in and goes, "Let's go make your dreams come true,
Yes, thank you.
And Leia leading Taryc off towards the back.
Dang.
And Mr. Deeds sort of staples his fingers together as he turns to the rest of you and goes, "Of course, all the rest of you are welcome to take part in whatever you wish. Young Trixie, if you wish to go deal with business, I can give you a hand if you want."
Nim gives a quizzical look. You can give me a hand?
Figurative. I suppose a literal one if you desired it, but I can assist you.
I appreciate that. Do I feel like I'd be able to go in and out of the ring right now?
With your patron out, yeah, things are a lot more lax.
Okay, so I could probably go deal with the delivery and not have to deal with forcing her to come back right now. So yeah.
I'll go with you because I don't know if you met her. You met her, right?
I met her. Remember, she whispered
Yes.
into my ear, and it was very exhilarating.
Um,
And then I told you about the special place that she said that we could meet up for a good time.
By the way, you guys no longer have any degree of privacy because now that one succubi has sort of joined with Taryc, the rest have risen from their table and are sort of like coming around you all like some sort of last ditch effort. Also motherly hug from behind Noah as you hear, "Oh, I'm sure that they can handle it if you want to. Just go to lay down."
Yeah, no, you look like you've had a really rough day. Maybe you should go lay down.
I kind of want to do that.
Why don't you go lay down? It is not a big deal. I barely have to do anything. I will get the money and then it will be fine.
don't know if
totally
I
trust
want
me.
to lay down here, though. No,
No.
no offense, but like,
I think
I
there are
want.
many soft places to lay down here, though.
We can go to a room, or we can just go sit down. And she gestures over where there is a sort of lounge chair, which you're not quite sure was there before. Or we can go out for a little walk if you want.
I guess I could go lie down for a bit.
Come along then, sweetie. And they pull you in close, and they're going to guide you to a nice, comfortable bed.
Cassian pipes up real quick. Noah, would you like me to keep watch?
Sure. You want the watch, weirdo?
No, would you like me to keep watch? Make sure no one breaks into the room. And just so you know, you've said no. That's fine. That's good enough for me. Unless you would like some private time.
Are you insinuating something bad will happen to us here?
Nobody worries about Taryc.
Oh, we all know Taryc can take care of herself.
Yeah.
Cassian, since you seem a bit uncomfortable, do you want to help me with the drop off? The money is going to be a bit of a handle for me.
Oh, I can help you with that. That's not a problem.
I will say, the succubi are basically trying everything on everyone, including the incubus is trying to be like, I'm a manly man and I can assist you with whatever task you need, Nim. If anyone wants to do perception checks to see if there are any ill intents, they can do so. If anyone isn't sure whether the character would go off or not, like you're free to decide either way. But if you're not sure and want to roll the dice to do it, then I'll give you a roll.
Insight or investigation?
Insight.
I think Noah would do an insight.
All right, go ahead and give me the insight, Noah.
Nibba's got to be a bit apologetic to the incubus. I am sorry, but I think you are a very beautiful, super handsome, and irresistibly attractive. But I am very intimidated by the fact that I know that you have probably had a lot of partners in your time, and that you are probably not only an expert, but probably an absolute athlete at the sex. And
Nim, you get the Sam Winchester like himbo pout. As he actually goes, actually, I've never been with anyone before.
I feel like that is a beautiful lie that you would tell me to make me feel better.
The truth in my heart, which beats only for you.
That is such a really good thing that you are saying, but no, I feel like I'm pretty sure you are very changeable by the needs of the person that you like or are assigned to.
But isn't the me in here now in this moment what matters?
No, I think it is a bit of an act. And that the real you is judging you and just judging the situation and going, "Do stupid little Trixie just have sex already?"
He turns his head away as if like in deep sadness, and just goes, "We wouldn't do anything you didn't want to do, but if your heart decides to be alone, then of course."
Yes, I'm going to be alone. Okay, bye. Cassian, I'm going to go to the delivery. Bye.
Cassian, your insight check. These seem basically pretty honest in their intent. You don't think they're going to like drain people of their vitality or souls or anything. Like you're pretty sure like this is a first taste for free to get you in here further, but it is as Mr. D said, above board. Noah, you just know that Mummy Hug's nice. Yeah, they want you coming back.
Noah's going. I'm just. I think.
You're just gonna hug the clouds for now, right?
Yeah, you get a nice, comfortable like. It basically goes as far as you desire it because, as far as they're concerned, temptation comes in many forms, not just sex. A comforting presence, sweet words, soothing. It all works. Iala and Cassian, do you stay with the Succubi? Do you stay in here? Do you go with Nim?
I was going to go help Nim.
Okay, you're going to go with Nim?
Yeah.
What about you, Iala?
Somebody don't let me handle all the money by myself. Never let me handle all the money by myself.
Ever so complimentary Succubi comes over to you and just like their entire look at you, that gaze is like appreciation of your form. Like it's almost not quite worship, just awe.
Oh, they managed to mimic Nim's eyes.
As much as I would like to get to know you more, there is business we have to attend to, and we need someone who might need to actually be able to lift something.
Of course, and they would need you for that. Their hand brushes your arm as they go, please, as you grow in strength, come back and show me.
He nods.
This is only good for Yalia's ego.
They smile, and there's like the little lean in and just the brush of lips against your cheek, that kind of kiss. Before they actually very respectfully like back away and just leave you be. They wander off.
There's a little bit of a snapping noise as Ialia's tail whips, but she manages to keep herself together.
That was so hot, thought Iala as she walked away, but it's so badass that I'm walking away.
Please give Awa my regards when you see her, Mr. Lead says.
Of course. Is it okay if I come back in after, or am I done for the night? Okay.
All right, as Taryc, you are taken off to indulge in whatever hunt you desire. As Taryc mutes.
Sorry, I thought I was unmuted when I hit the button. I thought I was muted. She's
people.
Honestly, going after
She gets the light gun and starts playing Duck Hunt.
Only this time he can hunt down the dog.
I mean, that's just called Smash
Oh
Brothers.
no, she's on the side of the ducks. Comes up on the reeds laughing.
I mean, anyone who played the original Duck Hunt's on the side of the ducks.
But you are basically, you're giving a little talk of like, would you like some easy prey, something terrified of you? Would you like something that hunts back as a foe? And basically you're giving a spiel of like, what do you want?
The most dangerous game.
And you can tell they're also trying to gauge like how much of your words are true. Like, is someone saying they want a challenge? Should I make them something that seems like it's giving a challenge but isn't,
I want a difficult hunt. One that may hunt back, but nothing that would... no killing on either side. It is more the hunt than the after effect.
All right, they just nod, and you are given a tailored hunt. You are basically going after what is a rival gnoll. Essentially, you'd often get mishaps on overlapping hunting grounds.
Mm-hmm.
And it is essentially replicating one of that, where the aim isn't the slaughter; it is the proof of strength.
Yes.
And
the one who best claims the hunting ground.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a survival roll.
So I'm going to ask, because I have it, I don't think it applies here, but I do have survival checks to track creature advantage on them. Would that apply to this roll?
Let's go ahead and do that at an advantage.
Okay.
Wow. Taryc, you know that, like, you can feel it. This wasn't rigged at all in your favor. You were given a legitimate hunt here, and you come out so triumphant. You were able to conceal your own steps, make sure you were never noticed. You were able to stalk your prey, observe them, and eventually ambush and triumph so so beautifully. It is one of the greatest hunts you've been on. Noah, you get a lovely lap cushion. You get somebody that will
One
listen
moment.
to you speak.
Noah stepped away for a second.
All right,
Roller?
you can yell that at them. But Cassian and Nim and Iala will step on out, and you do have to wait around a little bit on the street. Arwa doesn't seem to be there yet, but about 10 minutes later, you see her sort of coming strolling down the street from the city entrance, and you see her look a little surprised to see you there. Hi Noah. Noah, you're just spending some lovely time on a comfy lap with a lady that will listen to you and tell you sweet things and just comfort and soothe you. Yes. Iala, Cassian, and Nim. Arwa is there, and they just sort of raise their hand in greeting and go, "Oh, did not expect to see you this early."
No, Arwa. Yeah, we were anxious to get the delivery done, so it would be easier for you to find the
broad daylight, and they're sort of looking around as if trying to spot the various crates and such. You're supposed to have.
Yes, is this where you're dropping it off?
Well, but where is it?
Do you want it? I can bring it out at any moment. I just need to know, is this where you want it? Because it is, a lot to carry.
You have a bag of holding or something?
No, I am very magically adept.
In that case, if you can bring it inside, it would be most useful.
Okay, open up.
And they nod, and they move past the three of you, and they just open up a door and beckon all three of you in.
Mm-hmm. Okay, once we get in, I will scamper to an open area. I'll zoop into the ring, grab the rug, and back out.
They actually gesture to you no, not here. Please, downstairs.
Oh, okay, yeah. I go downstairs with them first then.
Yeah, because the room you enter is essentially, it looks like a squatter's den, essentially. Mm-hmm. A bit run down, but clearly somebody living there. They lead you downstairs into a basement, and then they pull away a wooden wall down here. It looks like it's a wall support, but actually opens up, and there is a larger room behind it, which does seem to have various crates and bags and so on in it. And they go, in here, if you please.
Okay, I find an open spot, and whoop, whoop, out of the ring.
That is a very useful ability you have.
We are already in an alley that is separated from the main streets. Is there much of a need for a second false ball?
Yes, never pays to be too cautious, and while we have a fairly good ward, people do meander in from time to time. The fiends wouldn't have it any other way, you see.
Ah, that makes sense, yeah.
But
so you never know.
You never know, indeed. It pays to be cautious. Still,
you could have rival gangs as well that could try and come and steal your sheet.
If you do not mind if I just check over everything. No, not that I do not trust you, but I don't trust you quite yet.
No, it is fine. You should check over it. I know my patron is quite interested.
They start looking over stuff, and they go, "Patron, you're working for somebody?"
Yes, she is very beautiful and very kind and super sexy.
But I haven't hired you yet.
Better work quick then.
They grin a bit, opening up boxes, counting through. They're not doing a full pull and check, but they're just making sure yes, everything looks sound. And then they close stuff up and they go, "Well, everything seems to be in order. Good job. I guess I owe you that pay."
The only thing they'll be missing is a Trixie's weight worth of powder.
No, it's only a full face full of powder that I got. That's all it was.
Your choice. Coin, gems, or goods. I will say goods and gems. I will give you a slightly better payout in, but if you want the pure coin, 2,000 and the extra 500 as I promised.
The coin is easier to split up, but I do not know gems.
We have quite a few gems, and I know you essentially sorts like such things for various reasons. And they look at you, Cassian. But if you want the coin, I can do the coin.
I am also not so good at appraising of gems. Cassian, are you good at jewelry?
What kind of equipment do you have f- for the for trade for that?
Oh, swords and armor
Good.
mostly. We have a few crossbows, although we need to get some more in. I'd rather not let those go. We have various poisons. Frankly, I can give you some of what you've delivered in its value if you want it to just be sold off anyway, but I don't think you want that. Honestly, for you, the gems would likely be better, or the coin.
If we get a better payout, then shall we just take the gems?
Gems
The-
are harder to move.
The problem is we will have to find some place to trade the gems out for money and see if we
And
get
the better
same worth.
payout is, of course, sort of reliant on your own ability to barter with them.
Yes.
True.
I think the coins in this case would be a better bargain for all of us.
Of course.
At this point, I think early dealings. We are still getting our feet wet in the city, and we do not have a handle on people we can trade with. When we are better suited, and if we have further dealings, we could consider payments in gems.
Of course. Just so that you're aware, my own companions shall be arriving soon. I do not want you to be startled by people coming up behind you in a basement.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
They move over to a chest that they open up, and you see they start counting out some coins into bags. Looks like a mix of gold and platinum pieces. Which these are going to be hefty bags. And they bring 3 bags over and just deposit them down and go, please do feel free to count. Take your time, no rush. Want to drink, anybody? We have some whiskey.
No, thank you. We just ate.
We were over at the 7 Bells, and I had the iced cream.
You went into the 7 Bells.
Yes.
Wouldn't do that if I was you.
Mr. Deed said hello to you.
Of course he did. You know that they are demons, yes?
Of course they are.
They were actually quite upfront about it.
Fairly upfront. Brings a lot of people into their fold. Honest dealings are very attractive.
I
Head this way.
I can see how that paves the way for trust.
Trust my boss is life, so they put their hands up. Be careful. As they're saying that, you do actually hear the like creak of stairs. Very heavy creaks at first, and then you hear like smaller footfalls. The first figure that you see coming down is a half-orc man, over 6 feet tall, a few inches taller than that. Very muscular, rugged-looking. He's got dark green skin, almost got a greyish tinge to it. He's got loads of scars visible, and he's got black hair that's shaved at the sides. It's sort of pulled back into a braided top knot. He looks at you with fiery orange eyes. They seem to be in a constant scowl, and his hands rest on a metal-banded club at his side. He's got like harsh levers on, metal studs, thick and heavy. Coming up behind him is a halfling man.
Quietly to ourselves, is that a Mrs. Tall, Dark, and
Uh-huh.
Broody?
Yeah, he's got that very scarred handsomeness to him.
Yeah.
Coming up behind him now is a halfling man who's about 3 feet tall, quite a different figure. He's got a slim and agile build, dark brown hair, it's all cropped short, and he looks really bright green eyes darting about. Skin is strangely tanned, like far more than you see most of the time around here. He has a hooded cloak atop of some soft leathers, and he's got gloves on that are missing the coverings of like the first 2 fingers and the thumb. Just the fingertips. You can see he has a belt with many pouches, presumably for like tools and lockpicks and so on, and a dagger on his belt that is on prominent display, which people can go ahead and give me a perception check on that.
I'm not gonna do well. 15.
Cassian, is that 16 from recent? I didn't see what rolls were.
That's recent.
Okay, so Cassian and Nim, you'll notice like not only is that dagger on prominent display, it's like almost distractingly so, like it's angled to be the weapon you see. And looking over his form, you actually start to see like, oh, there's a contour that suggests another hidden blade and so on. It's essentially a distraction dagger. And atop his shoulder is a brownie woman. She's like a centimetre and a half over like 3 inches, so she's actually quite tall as far as brownies go. She's got long, fiery red hair that comes down to the small of her back in cascading loose waves. Emerald green eyes, almost enough to distract from the incredibly curvaceous and lone figure she sports. She's got a fair complexion, smattering of sprinkles across her nose. She wears some form-fitting burgundy leather armor, sort of like, it's clearly fitted to accentuate her curves. And she's got a crimson silk scarf tied around her waist, further drawing attention to her hips. And you think, with those rolls, likely concealing some hidden pockets and so on. She also has a long, thin, needle-like sword at her waist, which has a strange indent running along its length.
That's the distraction brownie.
And
It's to keep your eyes away from the other brownies.
And the half orc looks over the group of you and goes, "Who the fuck are you?"
Prospective business partners.
These
Yeah,
are
just
Don't worry, we'll be leaving
the ones
soon.
with the goods. Awa says.
We just were doing a delivery. Sorry.
Oh, don't
can go
mind
now.
him. The brownie says, sort of hopping down from the halfling and walking across a crate. And she smiles at all of you and gives you a acknowledging nod and wink, Nim, like to like. And she goes, "Don't mind him. He's a little grumpy. Yeah, I mentioned he will be here. Some of us remember." And the halfling sort of snickers at that. And she's going to come over to you, Nim, looking down at you a bit because you're so shorter. And she just reaches her hand out and she goes, "Name's Miller."
Nice to meet you, Miller. My name is Nim, and I will offer my hand to shake.
Yeah, and she shakes your hand. And she then sort of like jabs her finger towards the other two and goes, "Short one, it's Dangerous Shane. Big one, Mad Dog. My name ain't fucking Mad Dog. I'm sorry, Magog." And she says that with a sort of like sardonic look towards him. And he just growls a bit. Very doggishly
A
growls.
pleasure to meet you.
And
This is Cassian and Iala.
Iala gives a short curtsy.
The halfling is actually going to wander up to Cassian and like extend a hand upwards towards you.
The halfling?
Yep.
Cassian will shake his hand.
Right. He shakes your hand and excuse me.
He uses an electric buzzer, and you are succumbed
Nope,
to the
he
electricity.
tries to poison me.
No, he has stolen the money for
And
we are just given.
he smiles and heads on over to you, Iala, to do the same.
Hello, the pleasure is mine.
She shakes his hand.
I like the view.
Yeah, don't get used to it.
The brownie cringes a little. You can tell she is not fond of the uncouth comment. But she just gives a little shrug at you, Nim, and goes, "Your companion's as good as mine."
I don't know. It remains to be seen.
Yeah. So, you they delivered the goods, Awa? Everything's here? Looks like it. Accounted for everything. We'll have to do a proper sort through, but I don't think they've tried to store anything away. And Miller just nods and goes, "Oh, fantastic. You got that here in the daytime, huh?"
This is not a problem. I actually thought it would be better to do it during the day, because then you could spend the night moving it if you needed to.
Oh, well then. Maybe we do more
Most
business
of
in
the time,
future.
most of the time, guards do not expect that you would move things during the day.
True enough, actually. I mean, we've moved a few carts during the day as well, but it's a ballsy thing. So they give you an appreciative nod, and before they sort of like wave the hand a bit, "Well, I'm off on another little task. Got to see a tailor about her suit. So I'll see you all later. You be nice to her, Mad Dogger. I ain't fucking. He just starts to growl at her as she's hopping off, and she scampers out of the room, heading off somewhere unknown. And
Bye.
the halfling is also doesn't actually say goodbye. I think he's just wandering out. And
Can I do a perception check? Because I feel like that halfling might have grabbed something from somebody.
Yeah, go ahead and make
Like,
him check.
I hate to be that person, but okay, I'm not gonna. I only have the one inspiration. I'll wait to see if I need to reroll.
That's
17. That's not bad.
That is enough. Yeah, you see that he has small coin pouches. Small coin where you keep your loose change. Cassian and Iala, you're both missing around 2 golds worth of gold. It's actually a sort of silver and coppers, but he's basically taking off with your small coin pouches.
Do you mind giving my friends their money back first?
They pause in the doorway.
Iala pats her hip, and her tail snaps again.
They look back
Cassian
towards
just
the both
looks.
of you. Should be
Mr.
payment
McGodd?
for not paying attention.
Mr. McGodd, could you take like 3 steps to the left, please?
Why?
I don't want you in the line of fire.
He actually steps forward into the line of fire, and just he sees he's posturing try Orsi.
I was joking, sir. I was joking.
And
If I wanted to do that, it would be a bloody mess. No one would be happy.
boys,
We all want to walk out of here
let's
in one place.
all
in one
settle
piece.
down. Shane, give them back their money, please. And the halfling walks around the orc's legs and just tosses the coin pouch back to each of you.
I will say though, I am very impressed. You did a beautiful job. I'm surprised they let you get that far.
Call it the lack of paying attention tax.
I'm gonna give it a little tip of my hat.
He grins.
I owe you a drink.
He grins and smiles back at you, but there's no friendliness in it. It's it's someone that knows how to look to be friendly, but doesn't actually feel it. And they go, "You get me a drink. That'd be nice. See you around."
Yeah.
And they wander off, and the half orc is actually just sitting down on a crate. And is taking his boots off. Is pulling out a knife, and he's seems to be digging a bunch of muck out of the treads.
What was the name of that halfling again?
He was introduced as Dangerous Shane.
Okay, I'm just putting it down on Iala's list of grudges. Otherwise known as Changerous.
Wow.
Let's get dangerous.
And I was just let's you all go about as you please. And turns to you, sorry about that. The good people, well, they're people once you get to know them. Magog is actually it'll really stick up for you once you get to know him, you know. And she actually looks at the half orc with a bit of fondness in her eyes.
Of the two, I would trust him more than the short one.
Hey!
But Miller is lovely.
Not our short one. And not the shortest one.
Shane, yes. Well, there's that look of guilt on the face of I should defend my companions, but I cannot in this case. And they just shake their head and go, well, would you be interested in more work? Be upfront and say it.
It would depend on the work, I believe. I don't plan on going down too unscrupulous, but
We also have our other jobs that we have to take care of.
You have other jobs? Nim looks genuinely surprised. She wasn't actually there when we got any of the other jobs, so she's like, we have other jobs? I thought we had nothing to do.
Oh, there's problems out there in the countryside.
The world is always on fire.
yeah, so if you have something that is doable, then we can see what we can do, but We have other tasks at hand.
Well, what are you doing? Maybe we have some overlap, huh?
Iala thinks over for a minute. We are heading out to the north a little bit later to take on some hunts that we took care of. We are adventurers by trade, after all.
Well,
Uh,
you know that some things, if you're killing monsters and such out there, there's a little bit of regulation by the guild on trade of parts. If you wanted to make a bit more coin, you come to us first.
That
Noted.
would be interesting.
And you're
Also,
heading up
perhaps
north?
Yes, to the northeast, I believe.
Well, if you are willing to make a little drop for us, that could also earn you a little bit.
What would you be dropping?
Just a small crate, nothing bad. That you'd even have to use your little trick to transport it.
I still want to know the details of what we are dropping off.
usually you get paid more money, Iala, if you ask less questions.
Less said is better, so...
But
Is
it
it
is
something-
important to know if it is a time-sensitive item or if it is
no.
a delicate box.
I mean, please do not take like do not like procrastinate on it for weeks, but it's not time sensitive, no.
And it won't explode, yes?
Nothing volatile. Nothing that is
Then
of
it
risk to
sounds
you or
fairly safe.
yours.
Then I suppose we can just drop something off, yes?
Marvelous. Here, they're actually going to go get and it is a small crate, like large jewelry box size, which they bring down, and they go. If you're heading out on the northern road, about 3 miles out, there is a tree stump next to a fallen fence. Tree stump is hollowed out. Force the top. Take the top. Put this in. You come back here. You get paid.
That sounds good.
We'll see. How many of you are there?
There are the 5 of us.
5 of you? Ugh.
No, it's a very odd number.
Yeah, I'm sorry that it will not be the nicest of payouts if you're spreading amongst you all, but we call it 100 gold pieces. Simple task.
That is still very valuable and good. Out of character.
Mhm.
You said that I'm feeling like I can play pretty fast and loose with the thing right now.
Yes.
Do I think I can put that box in there?
Yeah, you reckon so.
Okay. Do you want me to store the box so we don't have anything extraneous with us while we go around? Maybe less questions.
To keep it properly safe. In fact, if this is important, we should maybe pay for such a ask to charge for such a service. There's no catching this while we have it in our midst.
You are
I
wanting more gold.
Just a suggestion. It's 100% safe when it's carried by my little friend here.
They seem to like you can tell like they're rubbing their fingers like they're playing with their gloves essentially, just feeling over the texturing as they seem
Sim
to
is
be pondering.
realizing that she's being bartered about right now.
Go ahead and give me a persuasion check, Iala.
I'm going to use my other reroll.
Okay.
Ah,
I tell you what, you prove that you have a good 100% success rate, and maybe we will consider the value of such services.
Is this sure the other two
That
wish
is
to have stowed away? Do you have anything you need to keep out of sight for a while?
Nothing that we can let out of sight, if you know what I mean.
Fair. I can store things for a very long time. I am only limited by. You see how I have rug, right? I need to pull rug or something. I can grab crate though.
But more bundles, you need something to package them.
Yes, you understand.
I'll keep that in
But
mind. Yes.
yes, if we work in those constraints, we can do something with that.
The
All right,
half
I will
orc
take
is
package.
yanking his boot back on and just sort of like waves the knife at all of you and goes, "You're not willing to do more dirty work."
We are adventurers at trade, not murderers, if that's what you're asking.
Murder's a heavy word. Because some folks might just need a bit of roughing up. Some of them might even deserve it.
Again, I would need to hear the details. It's not. Uh, well, we do need the funds. I'd rather not lower my standards to that of just thugs.
I would like something in trade. This is something should be cheap.
Oh, what the fuck do you want?
Not from you.
I'll like rolls her eyes a bit at the orc, and then they sort of they lean down to be more on level with you, Niam, and they just go.
The Imor priest. He have very sad life, and I am going to work to improve that. I need information about town that will help me with this. They're always in towns, old widows, old ladies, children grow up, families that, move on, and they become busybody, lonely. Yes, I am interested in these people. I want these people because I want to hire them. We are going to start have feast day at Imor Temple. And I am going to hire those people to cook and do things. If you think of people like that, I appreciate it.
Arma looks at you with
I am
a soft smile.
I'm willing to give coin. I am interested in people who can make me candles, people who can take care of flowers, and people who can do cook. Not super good cook, but like mom cook good. That is thing like they say here your moms they cook good. Nim's saying this because I don't really actually think that's really a thing in Thule.
No.
So she's like, it's like.
Magog actually laughs loudly when you start saying all this, and when he claps his hands on his thighs, it's a really fucking loud noise.
It actually startles them. She actually leaps back like a foot.
And he claps his hand on his thighs and then stands up and goes, "She's like the fucking boss." Well, you want to go for a walk? I can show you some old biddies that'll be happy to hear that kind of shit.
If you do not mind, that is something I am interested in. It is good for community. It is good for people. We do underhanded things. We do good things for home. Yes?
That's fucking right, yeah. The orc nods, and you can see there's like a slight look of sadness on Arwa's face as she nods along. And she goes, all right then. Look, I'll go through the stuff, and you go on a walk with Magog, and I look forward to working together more. And
yes,
really, next time you stand outside, just throw a rock at a window or something.
Nim does the equivalent of a Trixie blush.
And she just smiles and goes, "Don't worry, I'll be gentle."
The tricky blush, the light lighting up.
And she's standing up with a very smug look, and she turns.
Oh no, I don't like the fact that freaking Iala and freaking Cassian got to hear that one.
She's saying it very quietly to you. It's very personal. But you do see Nim blushing, so she heads over to actually look through the goods properly. And Magog's just like jabbing a finger. Don't fucking stand there. Let's get going.
All right, let's go.
Right, and the lot of you head upstairs with Magog, and he is going to head out into town and start taking you on a little tour. Unless you want to stop by the Seven
I
Bells.
actually gotta pick up my patron at some point.
Yeah, you do.
I will.
He does say, "Just take you down the street, introduce you to a few of the locals." back
All
here
right, if it's
before
just-
night.
if it- Yeah, sure. If it's quick, I mean, I think she knows vaguely where I'm at. So
Well, and you
yeah.
need to leave time for your patron to have a rest anyway, and the other two to have their fun. So
yeah, I will go
Yeah.
see if I can find out
Right.
about some biddies
Yeah,
because
the three of you are taken on a little tour down the local area, and it lets you quickly realize that this little thuggish gang is the sort of like we are supporting those around us variety. They're doing
We
some
support
shitty
our
things.
local communities.
Yep. Yeah, some that classic tactic.
Mhm.
But as they take you about, that is where we're going to end this week's session.
Huzzah.
Thank you all for playing. Everybody, go ahead and you can take 300 experience points.
300.
Yeah.
Yeah, no piety. In fact, you might have anti-piety, but you know.
100. I like evened out probably.
Yeah, in the demon den.
I mean,
Actually,
it,
can everybody just go ahead and mark a track on their sheet that says Infernal and put a point into it?
Oh no.
we gained a point of infernal piety. Yay!
Yeah, dirty deeds done, dirt
dun.
cheap. Dirty deeds done, dirt cheap.
And we will do this same time next week.
Yeah.
Wow.